the feeling coming down. A bit of guns around you need a roar. Can I get a roar? Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a roar. Can I get a roar? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get her off a bit. Don't let memories lie with those tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Can I get a roar? Roar. You can get a roar. The object of the day to put a smile on your face. All the fans know how much he appreciates. Roar. You can get a roar. If you're just feeling like crap, all you have to do is ask. Beardo's got your back, and just like that, you get a roar. Can I get a...
Good afternoon. Good to see many of you in already. Appreciate you guys. Catherine, Giuseppe, Pink Sphinx, Carrie Ann, Gillian Daniels, Dion's Paranormal Pursuits, Margaret Kieran, Cass McSass, Wendy Dixon, Laura Wilson, Wendy J, Carrie Ann, Christian. Hello. A chat on the screen. All good. We'll start again. Dueling devices since Raw Paranormal. Does Raw Paranormal sleep? Dan Legore, Katie W, Zombie J. Just hit morning. Good morning, but also good night. I was going to try and get some sleep before my doctor's appointment. I'll keep you on the TV. Appreciate you, Zombie J. You legend. Good afternoon, Richard Larson and Pink Sphinx. Leanne the Pitbull is here. Let's go. Good to see you all. Simon Stevens, hello. Katie W. Fantastic is awake. What happened to Fantastic in last night's live? See, I go to Fantastic Lives, and what happens is I get abuse for going in, saying hello, and apparently leaving. I got live last night after spending over 2 hours in Fantastic's live, and I got completely blanked last night. I am upset, fan. Banter. Vicky Emming, hello to you. Little Miss Mayhem, Megan Behind Blue Eyes. Can't believe you didn't know Kurt was... Listen, I've always had that in my head. Always. I was a huge, huge Nirvana fan. I still am. But obviously forensic experts have got new reports out, and Nirvana shaped me into a musician. Beardo was mean to me in my life. He got planked more than once. Twice, and I got the teddy bear dropped on me. It's true. It's damn true. Didn't we all know he didn't do it before the blood dried? Well, there's a bit more to it than that, I believe. I've purposely not looked at articles because I wanted to read them with you guys once we've got a few more people in. But obviously this is 30... Next year, this will be a 30-year-old mystery, right? Oh, 1990... When did Kurt die? 1994? This is over 30 years. Kurt was murdered. In other news, the sky is blue and water is wet. Well, come on, for over 30 years now. It was unaliving by one's own hand. That's what we were told. Now, or nearly 30 years after his death. So nearly 30 years after his death, has new evidence come to light? Or has Trump created this narrative because he's worried about the Epstein documents? Just putting it out there. I'm going to play you so safe on this channel. Fuck it. Yeah, there's always been the rumours, and it was always... The rumours when I was younger always were the Courtney Love. And these are rumours. Don't sue me for it. The rumours were that Courtney Love paid a hitman for it because they were not having a great relationship. If they got divorced after such a short marriage, she would be entitled to nothing. If he no longer had a pulse, she inherited millions. Little Miss Mayhem, hello. Didn't come in and shoot himself. Cobain, apparently that's the story we've been told, and it was always fishy. Always fishy. I mean, his lyrics on Come As You Are were, "No, I swear that I don't have a gun." Exhibit E. There was always the question of the size of the shotgun. The shotgun was a large weapon. A very large weapon. And there was always a question of whether he could have actually have got the barrel into his mouth. But apparently there's some other stuff. He was super happy quitting the band and drugs. I don't think he was quitting the band, right? He was never a fan of his. Nirvana weren't for everyone. I mean, for me, it was teenage angst at its finest. I was 13 when he passed. The gun would not have landed where it did if it was self-inflicted. Yeah, but apparently there's like a forensic guy has looked into it, and there's more than that. He's looked into blood spatter and all of these other things. The amount of heroin that was in his body. I'm gonna have to be careful how I word certain things, because there was a stream about this last night, and they got taken down. But they were showing pictures of needles that were found on the scene and stuff, so I'll avoid that. Eldon Hook confessed on camera that he was paid to do it, and 3 days later he was found dead in a car on some railway. Really? I haven't heard that. I was never liked it, and someone came forward saying he was offered money. Right, I didn't know that. But did he always swear that he didn't have a gun? I'm pretty sure he did. He did. Why is this suspicious? Apparently the amount of heroin in his body would have left him incapable of pulling the gun. The gun was too long, and there are other signs and signals that have come out since to say that by the look of it, he was dead before the shotgun blast. So we'll find out what's been said. Like he wrote was saying he was quitting, I'm sure, the last bit. It's better to burn out than to fade away. But there was... I don't know how much I remember. I'm purely going off memory here, because this was a long-ass time ago when I was a kid that was definitely upset by this. There was rumours that the handwriting didn't match his. While it sounded like something he'd written, apparently the handwriting didn't match his. But I'm going off memory. But, you know, we're just going to read it. I'm not going to cast aspersions and all that shit. I'm not going to be like, Courtney did it in the garage. You happy, America? In the garage with the shotgun. I was only 6 then, year before I lost my own father. Jesus. He had shoes on. Yeah, the rumour when I was a kid was he used his foot, but no, he had shoes on. He said that Nick Broomfield documentary, Kurt and Courtney. Another guy said he offered... Did I've watched that? 10k in a blowy. Oh my god. Do you know, if Courtney Love wanted me to break the law, she could give me 10k and promise never to come near me. I know her band Hull was very popular at one point, but that woman has always looked like to me that she needs a bath. But I've always had a dislike of her because of Kurt. I beat when everyone just got home from walking. Eddie, welcome in. Anne Wilkinson. Crow would be proud because I said garage. I'm not saying tuna fish though. Americans are weird. Yeah, I was I 12? 13. I think I was about 13 when he'd passed, but obviously Nirvana were at the height of their fame then. All of their albums had come out, but I remember having the cassette for In Utero, Nirvana Nevermind constantly on rotation in my Sony Walkman. Remember them? Tapes. I used to wear a hoodie to school, and there was a zip pocket there, and I used to hide my Walkman in there. He wrote the bulk of the letter, but apparently the last 4 lines were not his handwriting. And a lot of the letter, obviously this is fucking weird, right? I had a patch, I had a denim jacket, and I had a patch there with Kurt Cobain and Nevermind on it. It was a black and red one, and the other one was black and red, but it was his unaliving note. And loads of us had them. And I don't understand why. Nick Derrick, thank you for the 2 months. Good afternoon to you. How morbid. But apparently the full thing was never released. It was only ever the chunk of it that was aimed at his fans. Now, we do have to take into account the guy was depressed. He did have drug issues, a long history of drug issues. And he struggled with his mental health. I mean, if he was still alive now, he'd probably have been diagnosed with something like bipolar disorder. I'm not saying that's what it was, but, you know, there were signs, and there's been numerous discussions about it since. Apparently Tom Grant, the detective that Courtney hired, was purposely kept away from the greenhouse when looking for him. He was already dead by this time. I'm not on the Daily Mail, because, you know, the Daily Mail is actually called the Daily Fail. I'm on Euronews, because I can only find really dodgy sites, not dodgy sites, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to scroll down this just to make sure there's no... Oh, there are some images. I'll skip those images on stream because I don't want to get us demonetized. Not demonetized, I'm not monetized yet. You know what I mean. So obviously when we get into the discussion, or me at least reading the article and pausing and discussing, just a quick warning, this is obviously dealing with somebody unaliving themselves, drugs, and all the things associated with that, so there is a trigger warning for this. In fact, I'll pin it. And so if you notice somebody come in and I'm reading and they ask what the trigger warning is, can you just let them know that we're dealing with unaliving? Damn it, you're old. What happened to the Jack Sparrow cap? Jack Sparrow cap? It was a baseball cap. Was it? Yeah, it was a baseball cap. Very sad regard. Absolutely. I mean, when people say that Kurt Cobain was the voice of a generation, as a kid, I understood it. As an adult, I understand it even more. Because I'd never heard anything like it. I'd been aware of the grunge movement because I liked Soundgarden and things, and later Smashing Pumpkins. Nirvana just hit different. Nirvana was like one of the few bands that were new at the time that me and my dad and my mum enjoyed. My parents liked Nirvana. Everybody liked Nirvana for the most part, apart from Gillian. Why are my messages going through when I deleted them? Megan, I'm not responsible for you today. Not at all. Oh, happy 17th birthday to you, young man. Guys in the chat, can we give OR a happy 17th birthday? He's been around the community since he was 14 years old. He was 14 years old gaming with us with the voice of a very, very tall, very, very older man. And it was because of his very voice and his older man that a woman in her 40s was like, ooh, he sounds cute. I would love to. And they were like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's a child. You know, news from Hell on Earth YouTube posts. Huh? Teen Spirit was a deodorant stick. Yes, it was. And the guitar chords from Smells Like a Teen Spirit were the guitar chords for Boston, More Than a Feeling. Hell on Earth. Done. Where am I looking for this news? The Ram Wizard is dead, but Al is still alive, but has decided after 10 years of Hell on Earth that the time has come for him to step away from... Oh, no! Ah! I love Hell on Earth. Ah, man. Al's left Hell on Earth. If you don't know who they are, they're Urbexers. But they're absolutely fucking hysterical. Ah, man. Al was the funniest one. Ah. genuinely gutted about that. He kind of reminded me of Neil from The Young Ones. Hey, Ferret, Gavstar, how you doing? Mike, oh. Kurt Cobain was against the grain of mainstream at the time. He lived the attitude. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. I mean, I'll always remember being really excited because Nirvana were going on Top of the Pops, which if you're outside of the UK, Top of the Pops was your mainstream chart music. It was a show on a Friday that was on for half an hour and it played the top 10 hits and there'd be live performances. They mimed. Nirvana were invited on and they were told to mime. And Kurt was like, absolutely not. And then he was made to mime. They said, no. So they made a deal with Kurt that the band had to mime, but he would be allowed to sing. He would be allowed to sing live. Now, bear in mind, this is a mainstream pop show in the 90s, so for the most part, none of these idiots on there could fucking sing. Oh, it was on a Thursday, was it? It might have been. So either way, eventually they agreed to let Kurt Cobain sing it live. And what happened was, he sat there doing this with his hand, completely miming the guitar, strumming everything out of time and everything. He sat there, bored as fuck, and he did the following. Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. It was like his way of saying, fuck you, I'm not miming. They ruined the show. And then they were later invited on to Jonathan Ross, and they were supposed to have played In Bloom, and they didn't. They played Territorial Pissings and smashed the stage up. And at the end, Jonathan Ross was like, wow, yeah, that's not the song we were expecting. That was Nirvana. He hated the mainstream attention and he trashed it every chance he got. It was great. Al is a legend. I know, I'm gutted, man. Iron Maiden did that too. They swapped instruments. I didn't see that, Gingy. Gingy, hello? Have you got a day off work? Welcome back, my friend. Chris' performance was funny. Dave playing drums. The entire thing was legendary. Everything surrounding the band was legendary because it was such a quick. As a kid, it lasted forever. Nirvana lasted forever, and then the death lasted forever, and they only got more popular after his death. But it was such a great time. There was really, really bad music in the charts, and somehow these three sort of grungy hardcore punk boys completely upended everything. And then metal started to gain dominance again after Nirvana's time and stuff. It was like people appreciated musicians and the attitude of music. It was fucking fantastic. Hey Nicole, how you doing? Silver Fox suits you. Don't bother with the Silver Fox, it looks shit. Love the clip where he finds out how much Madonna charged for tickets, generally shocked and appalled. Kurt's interviews were great. He was so anti-rock star that it was legendary. I've been on nights recently, so a rare moment where I'm not busy or sleeping. Fair enough, Gingy. Fair enough. Hope life's treating you well. There's a clip somewhere of Kurt being really sweet to a child fan. Yeah, he was never like against his audience. He was against the mainstream portrayal of what a rock star or a pop star should be. They were anti-establishment. They were just absolutely fucking fantastic. If it wasn't for Nirvana, I'd never have picked up a guitar. Nirvana, Black Sabbath, Metallica. Biggest influences I ever had. Nirvana and the Meat Puppets MTV Unplugged is one of his best performances. Unplugged in New York is a fantastic album. In the summer, when we had the hot tub, I would just put Nirvana Unplugged New York on and just chill in the water for hours and hours and hours and hours on end. Because he was one of those performers that when he sang live, he sounded every bit as good as he did on record. When recording songs from the radio them days was press and record after DJ speaks and trying to stop it before the DJ speaks again. Fair. You should watch the clip of Maiden one day. It's funny. I will. I obviously can't watch it on you, but I'll definitely have a look off stream. Remember when Madonna asked a German audience to fart? Do you know what? I had a bit of a crush on Madonna when I was a kid, but I grew out of it when I was about 12, and she got all fucking weird. No, actually, the video where she had dark hair and the crucifix burning and shit, she was hot in that. And Dick Tracy, she was hot in... Yeah, Madonna was hot. Not anymore. My uncle's seen Nirvana live. Apparently they wheeled Cobain. That was Reading. Reading Festival. Apparently it was a gimmick, but he wasn't. He was really that fucked. Nah, he got up out of the chain and started playing. But that was Reading Festival, that. Stop knowing okay what was in the charts from the late 2000s. From the 2000s. I never really cared about chart music. There was obviously there was an era in the 2000s where the mainstream charts were dominated by metal, and I fucking loved it. Greetings, Crip Walker. Loved the Unplugged series. I didn't love all of it because I didn't like a lot of the bands that were on it. Like REM. Was it REM did one? I don't mind REM, but I couldn't listen to a full album of theirs. Who else did it? Did Pearl Jam do one as well? Can't really remember, but Nirvana's Unplugged was legendary, and obviously so close to his final days as well. I still say 90s Madonna was one of the most beautiful women ever. Like a prayer video. That's the one I was on about with burning crucifix and stuff. Bleach is still my favourite Nirvana album. They still had the pre-heroin West Coast punk edge when every half second was pure distortion. As a younger man, In Utero was always my favourite. I loved Nevermind, but In Utero was always my favourite. But yeah, as an adult, Bleach is probably my favourite. It's between Bleach and In Utero as my favourites. But I even liked the B-side album they did, Incesticide. Fucking loved Incesticide. Wasn't Bon Jovi Unplugged to He Should Have Been? I'm not a Bon Jovi fan. Eric Clapton. I like Eric Clapton's Unplugged. Hey, Crow Judas, so you stop laughing now. Donna's video was where she was wearing the cones. That was like a virgin. I was a bit too young to get a crush for her there. I'll be home late again, so sorry. Stop saying sorry for being late to my streams. Bleach was my favourite too, and the B-side album Incesticide. Incesticide was great. MTV's Unplugged show was awesome. On Incesticide, isn't there a Foo Fighters song, or was it on one of the singles? As I remember do you remember the singles box set that came out? There's 5 singles, but there was a song on there that I'd never heard, and then it turned out that it was a Foo Fighters song. Dave Grohl did the vocals on it and stuff, and yeah, it was a future Foo Fighters song because Dave was already writing his own stuff. Love Man in a Box. The vocal, I tried to sing that in a band once. It never got out to the practice studio because Man in the Box by Alice in Chains is so difficult to sing. Marigold, that's it. You thought the cone brow was Vogue? Was it? Maybe she wore it more than once. I don't know. I'm not a Madonna fan. She just looked nice. No one is ever late for a stream. True that, Lord Beagle. Lord Beagle, I do apologise. I didn't realise you were live last night when I was awake because I had a shit night's sleep. Because some knobhead across the road slept through the car alarm going off all night. I was fucking furious. And the weird thing, the sound of the car alarm across the road was doing something weird. Because it was, as the alarm was, like, the sound was stopping, my bedroom was popping, and it did it every time for like an hour and a half. Lane's voice was unreal and just bliss. Yeah, absolutely. They released a book that was apparently Kurt's diary. I remember reading it when my friend bought it. It's not a typical diary at all. I know the one you're on about. I probably got it here somewhere. I've got all the Nirvana albums, like Muddy Banks of the Whisker and all the stuff they brought out after the singles box set. I've still got Nirvana t-shirts upstairs that will never ever fit me again because they were mine when I was 15, 16 and I was a very, very skinny and very, very short man. Yeah, I've got Nirvana stuff everywhere. I've got, what were the videos called? I got the videotapes in the attic. There was 2 videos that came out. Videotapes of like the band behind the scenes and stuff. I apologise for me for you not being around. Because I didn't realise you were live until I was going to sleep. And I haven't been in for ages. Just want you to know I still support, you know? Need to watch Steve Wilson Jr.'s version of Something in the Way, mind-blowing. Who did? It was Crow of Judas. If you guys haven't heard Crow of Judas's version of Something in the Way, fucking phenomenal. It's really, really good. That was one of the first songs I learned to play and sing at the same time. But do you remember the alternative version of Something in the Way, where the chords were picked instead of just dun 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 dun? It was like dun 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 dun. Yeah, I learned to play that. It was the first song I ever played and sang, and I remember doing it in music in school. And the music teacher wanted us to write something, and I pretended that I wrote Something in the Way by playing the alternate chords. And he busted me. I didn't know my music teacher that was always wore a suit and played piano was a Nirvana fan. Crow's music is amazing. Crow's voice is phenomenal. I really, really enjoy Crow's voice. Evil Unearthed, fantastic song. Hey Pomp, how you doing? Molly's Lips cover by Vass. I've played covers of Molly's. In fact, I can't think of many songs by Nirvana that I never covered in bands. Even like when I was in college doing music, there were always bands playing on jam nights. And jam nights, somebody would always be missing a guitarist or a bassist. And Nirvana were that band where I could play all of their songs on guitar or bass. And I'd be sat in the jam nights, even though I had my own slot at some point with the band I was in. If somebody went up to cover a Nirvana song and they didn't know what they didn't have, or somebody was missing from the band, I'd go and play it. Love Crow's voice, awesome. It is very good, very, very good. Are you gonna make Crow blush? It don't matter. He wears a fucking mask. The only time Crow removes that mask is to eat or to shit, because he likes to look down without it pushing up over his eyes. True story. With the inspiration from when I watched the Batman movie and I was like, the main soundtrack, yeah. I could tell where the influence was from, but he was so fucking good. That's it, I'm changing my name. Has he called you Vicky Minge? Crow, do not call her Vicky Minge. Crow's voice is epic. Yeah. Community-wise, we all agree. And I don't think Joe Vitale's here, so I'll compliment him while he's not here. Joe's an extremely talented musician. But shh. Don't ever tell him. Puddle of Mud live cover of About a Girl. There is only one good Puddle of Mud song. Only one. And the only reason I like it was because I put it on in my house the day I left my ex-girlfriend, singing it at the top of my voice. She fucking hates me. La 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 la. Soph sappening mush. Are you Welsh? You gotta be Welsh with oi oi sappening mush. Mush even. That is so Valleys. He called it Ming, not Minge. Oh. I thought he might have been being rude for comedy value. You know, it's fucking Crow. That guy stuffs hot dogs in his booty hole. You forgot about Puddle of Mud. We all did. Have you seen new photos of Kid Rock? Fucking hell. That guy is aged like milk. Good afternoon, Shady Aurora Meow. Swansea, man. I told you that. Oh, sorry, so from Swansea. Swansea, man. Depends where you're from in Swansea, don't it, Soph? Because if you're from the same sort of area as Creaky, then yeah, sound like you. But if you're from closer to the town centre and east, you're not quite as valley-esque as Swansea West. Swansea West sounds like the Rhondda Valleys. I can tell the difference between the Rhondda accent and the Swansea West accent. How the fuck did I pick up your Welsh from chat? Janis Joplin had an epic voice. Do you know what, Gillian? I'm really embarrassed to say this. I couldn't tell you if I ever heard a Janis Joplin song. I don't know if I did. Kid Rock, another dude that picked the wrong side. I've never liked him. I've never liked him, never listened to him, never really paid any attention to him. He did that cowboy song. I was like, he just ripped off Metallica. What a knob. Saw the way he was dressed and was like, the fuck is this gangster cowboy shit? Just didn't like anything about it. East Side. West Side is the best. I can't do gang signs, sorry. Gojira still needs to do a remix of Tiptoe Through the Tulips with Seg. Nothing, no amount of remixing will ever save what MP did to that. You apologising to Vicky, so you should. Vicky, I do apologise that I assumed the Crow called you a minge and he didn't. I apologise to Crow. I apologise to... Bawit bad dang dang Diggy said up jump. That's got to be Kid Rock, right? That's got to be Kid Rock. Fucking garbage. At least Korn wrote meaningful lyrics like. I'll slate Kid Rock for nonsense lyrics, but I love Korn. Swansea Jack, let's go. Dave Grohl and Mandy video on YouTube is awesome. I haven't seen that. I liked Eddie Vedder when he performed under his real name on Twin Peaks. Eddie Vedder isn't his real name? I didn't know that. Kid Rock looks like Dr. Phil doing Kid Rock cosplay. I don't even know why it came up. Let me see if I can find it. He just looked fucking awful. Well, hey there, kids. Back in the day, Grandpa Joe was called Kid Rock. But unfortunately, Grandpa Joe liked the drugs a little bit too much, you know what I'm saying? How do you go from this? Sorry. How do you go from this to this to I can't see it. He went from this, and this, and this, to this. You know, he didn't look that bad there. Used to be a rock star, Used to be a rock star back in the day. Yee-har. Look at... Oh, man. Don't do drugs, kids. I don't know if he actually does drugs. I probably shouldn't say that. Does he? Does he do drugs? He looks like he does drugs. I can judge him. His music's shit. Hey, Stevie, how you doing? I don't think that's just aging Denise Flood. It doesn't... I don't think that's just aging. To be fair, he looks like a homeless man has decided to impersonate Kid Rock to get into a gig free. He looks like a Fraggle. If you don't just watch your video, brilliant, keep on exposing the liars. I'm not going to do anything else, am I? Kid Rock didn't age well, that is for sure. Told you, he aged like a milk. Being right-wing really ages you. I'm not getting into that. Kid Rock was good in Joe Dirt. Is he in Joe? Oh, I see. I see. Rough paper. That's not a paper round. I can judge him. His music's shit. Beardo 2026. Make sure you put that in Beardo quotes in the Discord. Was it Disturbed that did the cover of Sound of Silence? Yes, they did. I like that. And cover of Behind Blue Eyes with Halle Berry in the video. That was Limp Bizkit, that. A lot of people hate that song. I never liked the original, so I don't mind the Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit are a fucking guilty pleasure of mine. Kid Fraggle Rock. Steven Tyler's still touring now, amazing considering his age, and where does that energy come? Lots of... Obviously, see, Steven Tyler, he's a guy that's such a history of drugs, and you'd think he would look like shit at his age and be all fucked up, and he's not. I'm not a huge Aerosmith fan. I appreciate them, and they have got a couple of fucking bangers, you know. It's not really my cup of tea, but those guys are getting on, and they're still going. You need to do a Beardo quotes book. Maybe that's the book I can write. Instead of trying to write something productive, I can just write all the stupid quotes in a Beardo quote book, and that's where I can sign at meet and greets. Have you seen how rough Fred Durst is? No, I haven't, no. Let's have a look. We will get into the Nirvana stuff. Excuse me? You can't say Fred Durst looks rough just because he's got a fucking beard now. See, when my beard was nearly that colour, and I dyed it, everyone was like, oh, you shouldn't have dyed it. I could have looked like that. Alright, Paul, you minge. Wes Borland is an extremely talented guitarist. He's weird as fuck. But a very, very talented guitarist. Saw clips of that American hack show and was laughing at how bad Kid Rock could not lip sync to his own song. So one of the funniest clips out there is it Mick? No. The guy from Motley Crue trying to sing, and instead of Kickstart My Heart, the yeah, yeah. He didn't know the words, so he just made them up. You looked better than that, but that's the territory I was heading in. I was starting to look like fucking Santa Claus. People have said Fred Durst looks like a garden gnome now. They're not wrong. Oh, I like Limp Bizkit, a guilty pleasure. Now and again on my Spotify in the car, it'll come on. I'll be driving faster than I should because I got carried away by the nookie. I did it all for the nookie. Come on, the nookie. Come on. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to feel the pain, but I run out of batteries again. What? Are you singing to your vibrator, sir? Madam? Vince Neil, that's the one. Yeah, Mick Mars was a guitarist. What, right? Bassist? I don't know. Never really a big Motley Crue fan either. Rollin' was not only a great song, but it blew Limp Bizkit up massively. I mean, Limp Bizkit at one point, people forget this, Limp Bizkit were the biggest band in the charts. Not just the metal charts, they were the biggest band in the charts. Limp Bizkit and Eminem, they owned the charts for a couple of years. Limp Bizkit were bigger than Korn and Slipknot. Not a fan of Aerosmith? I'm not. Soggy Biscuits, you mean, Beardo? Yes. Yeah, me and my mates, we started a cover band of Limp Bizkit at one point for a laugh and called it Moist Pasty. We actually played some gigs. Apparently I could rap back in the day. So Aerosmith once for Joan Jett opening. Yeah, nice. The Secret Crush on Fred Durst back in the day. You like Limp Bizkit? Well, didn't we have Limp Bizkit on in your in your van when we were up your neck of the woods? Break Stuff's a good song. Let Out Some Rage. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. That was my favourite album by them, was the second one. Oh, seeing that, $3 Bill Y'all. That was a good album as well. What's happening today? Minge and vibrators. So, we're going to change pace soon. We're going to be looking at unaliving. Give us a rap, beard. I haven't rapped in fucking years. A lot of songs on the Limp Bizkit albums, the ones that are not so known, that are very good with lots of feel. Yeah, if you listen, I mean, take their cover of Faith away from the first album. Counterfeit was brutal. The screaming, the first Limp Bizkit album was fucking epic. But I loved the George Michael cover as well. Crow, I told you about it, didn't I? That I was going to rewrite the lyrics to Limp Bizkit's Faith, or George Michael's Faith, but change it to Fake. I was going to change all the lyrics and re-record it about the fakers in the paranormal. Because I gotta have fake, a fake, a fake. You gotta have fake, a fake, a fake. Andrew! I know you're pulling skulls away. Rolling was so much better with the Undertaker used. See, Undertaker used Kid Rock as well, didn't he? I'm scared he's here. Dead. Yeah, And I always, the first time he came out to the Kid Rock music, I thought it was Metallica. And when it changed to "I'm a cowboy," I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Crow you hop and hopper. Do you mean knob hopper? You spelt it wrong. It's just one of those days. It is, but you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. Fucking great shit. Oh man, I'm gonna go listen to Limp Bizkit after this. maybe I'll work on that cover. Instead of doing a Christmas song this year, I'll do the Faker Faker Faker. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Megan. Lowering the tone. Love Eat You Slice, and the video is good. Oh, Eat You Alive. I remember the one he did with Jonathan Davis. He also did one with Scott Weiland. Him and Jonathan Davis did a few songs together, didn't they? Oh, Fahab, I'm fully aware that every day is one of those days when you don't want to wake up. When they played Faith in Manchester, you got about 50 girls up out of the audience on stage singing it. One of my favourite Limp Bizkit gigs. I saw their first ever UK tour with Korn in 1998 in Newport Centre. And then I didn't see them for years. And then I saw them in Sonosphere. And at that point, I was like, nah, I'm fucking All in the Family. That was a fucking tune. Too bad I got your brains in your bag. You suck up, you corny motherfucker. Taking me back. Yeah, Sonosphere and Limp Bizkit were on the Sunday night before Slipknot. And everyone was complaining, and I was like, I'm going to watch them. They're shit, but I'm going to watch them. Fred Durst came out, they played whatever song it was to open, and the crowd sort of surged back in like, hey, Limp Bizkit are playing well. Yeah, Newport Centre, Calandra. The crowd started surging forward, and then he was like, we're going to play something new, and the whole place booed the shit out of him. And Fred was like, right, what do you want? And he just held the microphone out, and whatever song was shouted loudest, that's what they played, to the point where they played Break Stuff 3 times. Corey Feldman was hilarious. Oh dear. Tim Traveller, thank you for the membership. Thank you very, very much, Tim. We're banging Limp Bizkit, binging Limp Bizkit today. Hell yeah. Alexis Artemis Greenhout, get some rest. I will at some point. Saw Korn open for Slipknot years back. It was epic. What's the last tour I saw Slipknot on was Korn, Slipknot, and I think it was King 810. I've seen King 810 a couple of times. They're fucking awesome live. Have you ever seen Eminem sing Lose Yourself in a Nord Viking style? I have not. K Who Classed? I hope I've said that. KH Cast. How are you doing? Thank you for the membership. Thank you very, very much. Life would be boring without me. I haven't seen that. Soulfly Manchester 98. Seen with Korn 2016, 2017. I think that's the same tour I seen them on, John Boy. Was it that long ago? Korn, Slipknot, and King 810, right? Oh, got my pride, and that's all you need. I'll make you bleed. Fucking bleed. Yeah. Fred Durst was everywhere, man. Somebody brought an album out for like a decade, and Fred was in there somewhere. Bleed was a good song. Didn't Soulfly do a song with Corey Taylor as well? They did. Jump the fuck up. Would love to see Korn and K Huck Cast. Right, got you. Love to see Korn and Slipknot. Yeah. Oh, and K Huck. Wait, was I watching your stream last night? K Huck Cast. I was watching you last night, right? Let me see. Was I watching you last night? I was. Sorry, I didn't recognise you then. I was in your stream. My bad. What was that face, Beardo? Rude? Me? Rude? Never. Soulfly first album was 98. That era of music, man. You had Soulfly's sort of debut. You had Roy Mayorga that went on to Stone Sour. The Deftones were at the top of the game. Korn, Limp Bizkit, Tari B's projects, because he was kind of Two to Satan in My Ruin era. But you still had Metallica and stuff going strong. But then you had Slipknot. I've said Slipknot. Pantera was still going, or were they still going? They might have split by then. No, they were still going. I never listened to Slipknot before Jennifer Taylor, who had Psychosocial, and Never Looked Back. Fair enough. Have you seen Corey Taylor versus Clown Hot Ones back? Yeah. There is very little Slipknot content out there that I haven't watched. I'm a bit of a Slipknot nerd. Except I haven't listened to the new album. I didn't even know they had a new one out. 2015 when I saw Korn and Slipknot in Newcastle, I didn't realise it was that long ago. Jesus. Gillian's not into rock music. I'm Split Pants era. 2001. Dime died in 2004. Yeah, they'd already split. They'd already split before Dime's passing, because Vinny and Dime did Damage Plan, and Rex and Phil did Superjoint Ritual and Down. And I love Phil's band Down. I miss you in 98. It was the best. I miss it. 98 was a fucking good year, man. That was when I discovered new metal, gigs, playing in bands, drinking cider in parks. Did you listen to Savage Garden, Aqua, Korn and the Smashing Pumpkins? I didn't listen to Savage Garden and Aqua. Korn I did. Smashing Pumpkins I did. For the Cure? Hey Gillian, I'll agree with you, yeah. I like the Cure. Seen Not Pantera and Leeds last year. I don't want to watch them. Yes, Down were awesome. God, I love Slipknot. Yes. Love the 1975 Genesis prog. Never saw Pantera, but did see Hell Yeah. I was able to get Vinny's drumsticks. He was in a venue with 200 people. Hell Yeah were great. So Damage Plan. It was Damage Plan, wasn't it? It was Damage Plan and Hell Yeah. Tim, wait. Damage Plan was the one project, yeah, and then was Hell Yeah them, and then the guys from Mudvayne. Tiny Fear Factory is a new singer. I haven't listened to Fear Factory since they got all bullshitty. I loved Demanufacture and Obsolete, but after that I didn't bother. 25 years ago. Smashing Pumpkins were awesome. I still listen to Smashing Pumpkins. Pantera split in 2003. I thought Damage Plan was around longer. There was another band though, wasn't it? Hell Yeah. That was... I'm sure Hell Yeah. Hell Yeah was the Brothers and Mudvayne, right? It was. It was. I remembered, right? Hell Yeah. Those guys were Mudvayne. Oh, I actually no. Dimebag was never in the band by the look of it. Is that Head from Korn? That's not Head from Korn. Kyle Sanders. Bob Kakaha. Kaka! But that photo was definitely Dino Kazira's. No, it's not. I'll shut my hole. It was just the drummers. We saw Slipknot when they debuted in Chapeltown Rag in Los Angeles. Epic concert. There's a problem that I love Celine Dion. I swear I'm not. You can love who you like. Cure is one of my favourite bands of all time. Got to see them in 1999 Bloodflowers tour. You like Muse, Beardo? Not particularly. They've got the odd song that's a banger, but I couldn't listen to an album of them. I've got like the random songs from them on like my Spotify playlist. I've even got random songs from Placebo because I kind of like some Placebo stuff. Like Phil said, whiny, yeah. I like music with a bit of oomph to it, but then Love Funeral for a Friend, who don't have much oomph to them. They do, but a different oomph. Superjoint with Crowbar members. Yes, it was Superjoint Ritual. Absolutely love The Cure. Met them in '96. They really cheered me up. Someone just 2 weeks out of the hospital. Nice. Stopped after Archetype, I think. Oh, I liked Archetype, yeah. Elliot having a mini comeback. Chad of Mudvayne is going to be doing these songs on a new tour. Who was it that Steen Griff went to watch? It was Mudvayne, yeah. Afternoon Andrew Hills. Grant, he was in RMR, same time as Pantera was still going. Was he? Yeah, I've got the odd song by Placebo. Like, I'm weird with my music. City and Colour. I love City and Colour, which is Dallas Green from Alex is on Fire. Love both bands, but City and Colour's really slow, melodic, acoustic, and I can listen to that for hours and hours and hours on end. Mike Patton is an awesome singer. Genuinely, I think Mike Patton and Corey Taylor are the best male vocalists of all time. Maybe I'm biased because, you know, the metal and alternative, but the things those guys can do with their voices are absolutely incredible. When did Vinny pass? I'd like to say not that long ago, but it's probably about a decade by now, right? He died in 2018. Fuck me. 8 years ago. That's when you know you're getting old, is when all your idols, when you grew up with, are dead or dying. Scary, man. Mike Patton has an incredible range. It's not just... It is his range, but it's the way... It's the way he uses his range, because he kind of sings off-key and off-beat. I don't know how to describe it. He's very good with timing. The other guys that do it quite well is System of a Down. System of a Down do off-key and off-time. All of their drumming is off-time, and I like stuff that's different. Yeah, you're being biased there. Alright then, I can throw in another amazing vocalist that isn't in a metal band. Prince. Aha. Freddie Mercury is hard to beat, to be fair. True. If I was being completely honest, Freddie Mercury is the best vocalist in the world, or was the best vocalist in the world. But since he's no longer with us, we'll go with the live ones, and it's either Corey Taylor or Mike Patton. Do you remember a Welsh band called Digital Criminal? I don't. Lane Staley, I personally think... Crow, he would definitely 100% be up there, because every band I was in loved Lane Stanley's... Words. Lane Staley vocals. And every band that I was in that tried to cover them, we could never play it live because I could never sing his vocals. There's an old guy on YouTube. You want to hear him singing Lane Staley vocals? It's incredible. Did you see what that dickhead Noel Gallagher said about System of a Down? No. We may rant you, chat. Gillian, tell me you don't like Oasis. Noel Gallagher, System of a Down quote. Noel Gallagher described System of a Down as the shittest band of all time. Do you ever look at the sky and think, I'm glad I'm alive? After it's System of a Down, I thought I'm actually alive to hear the shittest band of all time. Of all the bands that have gone before and all the bands that will be in the future, I was around when the worst one was around. That's a bit fucking rich coming from Noel Gallagher, who is in the world's most famous fucking pub band. Jesus Christ, I haven't played my guitar properly in fucking years. If I pulled that acoustic guitar down, tuned it in right now, I'll guarantee you I could probably play Oasis's entire back catalogue, because it's 5 fucking chords of bullshit and the most monotone fucking boring prick singing. Whoa. I said maybe, you gotta be the one that saves me. Wait, Noel was the one that could sing a little bit, wasn't he? Fuck you. Fuck you, Oasis. Fuck you, Noel Gallagher. And fuck you, Liam Gallagher. I can't stand it. Do you know they're fucking horrible, aren't they? I have never seen them say something nice about anyone at any fucking point in their careers. They are just these horrible little fucking skid mark pub band that think they're the greatest thing in the fucking world, and they're not. They fucking suck. Like I didn't hate Oasis enough. Blur were much better. Exactly. The fucking egos on that pair of fucking bell ends. I'm going to set up a third channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call it Oasis Suck. And I am just going to rip the piss out of Oasis on a 24-hour live stream. I'm going to fuck my both channels off, and I'm just going to go with Oasis. Right, with the girl that lived in the same street as them in Burnage in Manchester. Was she an horrible bastard and all? When they were kids, when the Gallaghers went to a restaurant, they only ever ordered soup because you got to roll with it. You got to say what you say. Don't let anything get in your way. Blur, on the word, was the best TV ever. Blur were really fucking weird as well. That's why I liked Blur. Like, obviously the guitarist Coxon, he just, like, decided to disappear, and it turned out he was like a super genius or something. And then the bassist, the tall lanky guy with the emo hair, I'm a farmer, I'm going to grow the best potatoes in the UK, and then did it. Don't look back, you wanker. Every band that's ever existed has talked bad about a dead band member or someone who's dead just because they couldn't hack it in the major leagues. They only do pubs. It's just it's Oasis. I've never ever heard them say a nice thing about anyone. Wasn't it Liam Gallagher that referred to Robbie Williams as the fat dancer from Take That? Vicky Emming, thank you for the 1 month. Keeping it real, Beardo. I've never liked Oasis. Their attitude, the boring shit-ass music, the fucking same chords, everything. I've never liked a thing about them. Their egos, attitude, all of it. I mean, the pair of them are that prickish, they can't even fucking stand each other. I remember the Hail and Peace party of Don't Look Back in Anger turned into Don't Talk Back, You Wanker. Well, yep. I remember a few Welsh cougars, if that counts. What? Hate Oasis. They always had to go. They had to go with Phil Collins. Nothing original. Well, no. They basically were the 90s version of the Beatles, but with even more attitude and even less ability to play. Jenny G, I know you like them, and I do apologise for upsetting you because you like that fucking god-awful, pretentious, prickish, waste of fucking oxygen, spilled semen band from Manchester. I do apologise. They always thought they were the new Beatles. No, they weren't. I don't like the Beatles. They've done the odd song that was cool. I would sooner listen to James Blunt. I would. I can't stand his music, but he's not a prick about it. Liam reckons he's the reincarnation of Lennon. He's definitely fucking not, is he? Because let's be fair, John Lennon was a peace-loving hippie. Liam Gallagher is an absolute twat of a man. Vicky Emin, thank you very, very much for the 20 Beardo Gifted members. If you've got a gifted membership, please thank Vicky Emming. Thank you very, very much. If you are wondering why there is a trigger warning at the top of the chat, it's not for discussing the new findings in the Kurt Cobain inquiry. It's for how unhinged I've just become at Oasis slating System of a Down. Hello, Beardo. I'm from Manchester. Do you think the same of me now? You have met me. Does the geek fit Mrs. Oh, sorry, I read that. Does the gift fit Miss? To be honest, I shouldn't tried it on because she's been in a work uniform since we've got home, but it will fit her. It will fit her, as you've met. She's a very small woman. I'm from Manchester. Laurie, thanks for the £5. I'm not going to hold the fact that you're from Manchester and you were unfortunate enough to be born in the same city as those pair of Pick brothers. I used to hate Robbie when I was younger. In my mid-40s, a bit wiser. He had some bangers. When Robbie Williams first came out, he was playing the indie rock kind of music, and I liked him. And then he did the Let Me Entertain You stuff, where he was the biggest selling artist in the UK. I liked that stuff. Robbie Williams can sing. I don't care what everyone else says. Robbie Williams can sing. He's a great entertainer. And then he kind of went mental. He was writing some of the greatest songs that he's ever written in his life, and then he did rap music and shit, and he was like, Robbie, have you lost the plot? It's been nearly 30 years since Kurt Cobain died. What did Paul just say? Paul, don't forget, we're meeting up on Friday. I don't like the Beatles either. Nah, I think the Beatles were very overrated. The Beatles were such good songwriters, man. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. Yeah, lyrical fucking geniuses, man. They were just high as fuck. Robbie has a stage presence. Yeah, his new album is pretty good. He did a lot of jazz type stuff as well, didn't he? Some really out of the box stuff, and then he did rap music. Robbie Williams turned out to be a good crooner. Yeah. Don't be too bad to Robbie. He split from Take That at the end of the day. Hey, he was the only one in that band with any credibility when he walked away. Gotta go be back in 15-20 minutes. No worries. Yes, they were high as fuck. Of course they were. But Robbie co-wrote those big songs. Didn't Guy Pearce write more of Robbie's songs, but then the songs that fell flat on this ass was all Robbie solo stuff? Ghost Reader, hello, how you doing? Defo overrated Beatles, yeah. I'd rather listen to Bob the Builder on repeat than Oasis. I also said I don't like Faith No More. You're banned. The Stream Deck don't work on this stream, does it? I was a bit too young when Oasis was popular, but I see one of the Gallaghers being interviewed took an instant dislike to him. Beatles are for sure overrated. I saw him on TV some festival. He chose the one guy out of the audience to focus solely on him. He told his life story through his song solely on this blog. Was really good. Paul and Lennon was alright, but Ringo more than dragged them down. Ringo wasn't even the best drummer in the Beatles. Rolling Stones, Phil, I absolutely agree with you. The Rolling Stones were shit. Did I come into a music artist stream? Kinda. Been about, haven't said hello for a while. Life, hope you're all well. Hey, Millie Ambrose, how you doing? I hope you're well. Can't stand Oasis weirdly though. I really like the Ballad of the Mighty. I don't think I've ever heard that. I was sus, or Courtney Love personally knew it was weird, the gun position after the fact. We'll get into that in a second now. I've had my rant. John Lennon was the best thing to come out of the Beatles until Yoko Ono. We had a school when the news broke about Take That split and it was carnage. Yeah, I remember that. There was when Robbie left, there was a massive thing and special assemblies for people that needed it. And then when Take That split, fucking girls crying everywhere. Me and the rest of the metalheads were like, Prefer Black Sabbath to the beat? Fucking absolutely. There was more talent in the tip of the finger that Tommy Iommi cut off on accident at work to invent the fucking power chord than in the entire Beatles back catalogue. Anyone remember a Beatles riff? No. Everybody knows the riff to Iron Man. Everybody knows the riff to Paranoid. Agree on the Stones, but I do love Give Me Shelter. I prefer other people covering it though. Painted Black, Sympathy for the Devil, all-time classic. I can't fucking stand them. Then I Saw a Face. I'm a believer. Ozzy wins everything. True. We used to have less brains than Ringo's drumsticks. What about When the Rev Died from Avenged Sevenfold? That was a hard one. That was a hard one because I was a massive, massive Avenged song fan, and they never recovered from that. Nightmare was obviously mostly written by the Rev, so they got a drummer in that could play what the Rev played, because the Rev was one of the best drummers I'd ever fucking heard in my life. And sort of punk rock metal girl, but I'd grown up with classic songs and pop due to my parents. See, I grew up, my mum was into like mainstream pop music. My dad was into rock, and my dad was eclectic. He listened to everything. I went metal. I went metal as fuck. My dad hated it because it was too heavy. I liked it. Or if I walked into Helter Skelter, it's probably the best rock pop song ever. What did you see you had for breakfast this morning? I disagree. I just don't like the Beatles that much. Love Ed Sheeran, would listen to him sing the phone book. Who's the guy that looks like a jacket potato? The Scottish guy. Doesn't look like he could sing a fucking note, but he's got a really good voice. Plays the guitar really well. But he's got a head like a jacket potato. What's his name? He's pretty good. I don't know what he's called. My daughter likes him. He's got a voice on him. I don't like the music, but I can appreciate talent when I hear it. But he does look like a jacket potato with ginger hair. It's not Ed Sheeran. He looks like a goldfish. What did we miss there? Thanks, Phil. Oh, don't get preachy in your Lewis Capaldi. Is that him? Let me have a look. What's your thought on Paul's dead conspiracy? No, Paul McCartney didn't die and get cloned or whatever the fuck that story is. Let me have a look if it's Lewis Capaldi. That's him. That's him. Look. Looks like a jacket potato. Very talented singer. Looks like a jacket potato. Sorry, Lewis Capaldi, if you ever watch this. I'm very, very sorry. Who's the other guy? The one that my missus has got me into is a guy called Ren. I think we've mentioned him before. And Ren does this really weird kind of rap and flamenco music with finger picking and guitar slapping and shit. It's bizarre, and then as soon as he starts singing, you hear this. I'm just sat there open mouthed like, what the fuck is this? This is epic. And the whole song was about him struggling with his ego of being recognised through his music and stuff. The whole song where he's arguing with his good and bad conscience, it's one of the best songs I have heard in decades. It is so good. I haven't heard another thing that he's done, but that song is fucking elite. I don't normally like that sort of stuff. Susan Boyle is a minger, but she can sing. True. We were in school when Casey was about. My friend adored him. I did like his music, but only much later. And he asked me if I knew who Nirvana was. Everybody knew who Nirvana was our age. Ren is a talented artist, yeah. Can't stand Lewis Capaldi or Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran annoys me. Ren is great. The story and the songs, yeah, I like talented, good songwriting. Sick Boy by Ren is great too. I don't think I've heard that. I heard that one song and he completely blew me away. The first time I heard it, I was just sat there open mouthed like, what the fuck am I listening to? Hey, Boo Productions, how you doing? I don't listen to Mozart. My wife does. She likes classical music. A Little Piece of Heaven is the best song, best love story ever. Before the story begins, is it such a sin? You know what that song's about, right? Must have stabbed her 50 fucking times. The Rev wrote that. All of it. Such a talented guy. The Banana Splits were a good group. The word minger, yeah, it does mean ugly. It's beyond ugly. Listen to a tale of Jenny and Screech. Tells the story over 3 songs. Feel grateful my dad had me listen to everything from Bob Seger, the Eagles, Bob Marley, blues, everything. First concert was Four Tops and the Commodores. Fair play. I like Bob Seger. I like the Eagles. I love Bob Marley. I love Eric Clapton. Fleetwood Mac. I fucking adore Fleetwood Mac as well. Three Tales Ren does is amazing. It's about generational trauma and DV. I have ADHD and autism, so I guessed any song which is catchy and full of beats would be possible to win my interest. Fair. Well, Ferret looks like a boy band. What? The Eagles, Journey of a Sorcerer. Verdi, Choppin, is it? I don't know any of those are. I thought Verdi was a fucking wine. John Boy, I went to Glastonbury once when I was young because we got told you could get in over or under the fence, and we did, and it was shit. It was nothing but strung out junkies everywhere. It was the dirtiest, shittiest thing I've ever been to, and the bands were fucking abysmal. Reading, Donington, Phoenix Festival. I don't know if you ever remember Phoenix Festival. I think they only did it once, and I saw... Who did I see there? Marilyn Manson. The Foo Fighters, Queens of the Stone Age. Metallica, was it? No, that was the big day out. Sex Pistols. I was still in school then. I told my mother I was going to my nan's for the weekend. I mean, the boys all fucked off to a festival called the... I just said what it was called. I forgot it. Phoenix Festival in the UK. I guess Beardo didn't see me on the Paranormal Monkey. Wait, what? Why were you on the Paranormal Monkey? One group I followed since my teens have been married to many concerts is James. Oh, sit down. Sit down next to me. There she goes. Foo Fighters are good. I liked old Foo Fighters more. Faith No More played Phoenix in 97. They did. Have I spent a large portion of my adult life thinking I'd not got to see Faith No More live, and I have? Genuinely, I thought I'd not seen Faith No More, and as soon as you said that, well, I have. We worked as a steward at Phoenix, at Long Marsden Airfield, both 94 and 95. The same people who did Reading did it. Phoenix was a more metalhead festival, but Reading back in the day, it was a broader spectrum, but they had metal and stuff. I mean, Nirvana played Reading. Metallica have played Reading. Who was it that beat up the Backstreet Boys with baseball bats? They had mannequins of the Backstreet Boys and beat them up. That was at Reading. It was The Offspring. The Offspring. Big Day Out and Soundwave heavy music festivals and no more. Yeah, there was one in France as well, Millie. And it was a cheap festival because they provided the tent, but the tents were made of cardboard. And I think that stopped as well because it got washed out one year and all the cardboard tents just collapsed and melted. I always wanted to go to that festival because they always had a banging lineup. Reading Festival's great back in the day. It was back in the day. I mean, even Download Festival now, every time they announce a lineup, I'm like, oh, I don't mind them. They're cool. Yeah, they're alright. I'm getting too old for it. Like the Hoodie Beard out, pretty cool. Loved the Prodigy. Do you know what? I don't like dance music, but I fucking loved the Prodigy. Absolutely loved the Prodigy. Thank you for the £2. This is actually an hoodie. It's supposed to be an oversized hoodie, but it fits me. Us Bowling for Soup Live, a rather small venue. They were great. Drummer was too ill to attend, so they did lots of acoustic versions. One of my favourite stories of watching a big band play a tiny venue was me and a group of mates had gone to band practice in Cardiff. Me and my mate Joe had gone on a train to go down to practice because we didn't live in Cardiff. And we missed the train back, and we were like, oh, we'll go in the Barfly for a bit, and then get the last train home. We'll have a couple of beers and see who's in Barfly. And they charged us to go in Barfly, and we were like, don't charge for Barfly unless there's a band on. And we looked at the sign, and the band was called Ember and the Infernos. So I've never heard of Ember and the Infernos. Why have I got to pay £6 to watch a band that I've never heard of before? Walked downstairs into the Barfly in Cardiff. The building's no longer there, and it was Trivium playing a warm-up set before the tour started in Cardiff the next night, but they were dressed as hillbillies. It was fucking incredible. There was about 30 people in there. It filled up eventually, but yeah, nobody knew the Trivium were playing in the Barfly in Cardiff. Used to like Girls Aloud, and I like bands like Fall Out Boy, Imagine Dragons. My wife likes Imagine Dragons. My daughter likes Fall Out Boys. Prodigy are actually awesome. They are. Yeah. I mean, they kind of crossed rave and punk to a degree. I checked out Orbit Culture. No. It's all for kipping rough and being deep in shit. I'd rather watch it on the telly. Have you checked out The Scratch? I haven't. I've had such a fucking shit week. Agree, only music I can't do is house or rave type music, but The Prodigy was something else. Still can't believe he's gone. Yeah, I had a lot of friends that knew Keith Flint, and nobody ever said anything bad about him. Apparently he was a very, very nice guy. I never got to meet him. I think I might have met him once briefly, but it was when they were with the Foo Fighters in Cardiff, and I was fucking pissed I don't remember the gig. I used to drink a lot back then. Jeff Taylor, thank you. Love all Northern Soul. I don't even know what that is, but thank you for the £2. Ferret, thank you for the £2. I was on Monday's show. Oh, I still haven't watched it yet. Penultimate concert before Liam passed. Do my driving test, failed it, which had gone. Who's Liam? I saw 10 years at a local bar, non-point in a small rundown venue before they hit big. Best funeral group ever was Fuzzbox. I don't know who that is. Wasn't the first tune played on MTV Dire Straits? I think so, Gillian. I think so. Giuseppe, I like Pendulum. I do like Pendulum. Yeah. They've done a song with another band that I like. Phil, who's the Norwegian band that we like? Gothenburg band? What are they called? They started off like Gothenburg death metal, but now they've gone a bit more mainstream. Guitarist Anders, massive fucking beard. Singer used to have dreads. Did a song called Take This Life. Phil, I know you like them. Phil, please tell me you're there. Steve Joe's afternoon beard, I always believed he was murdered. We will get to it. In Flames, thank you very, very much. Yes, In Flames. Fucking love In Flames. Love In Flames. Like, oh, I like Amon Amarth as well. First MTV song was Buggles, wasn't it? Video Killed the Radio Star. Money for Nothing, first MTV video. I want my MTV. Right. Well, we're having a musical discussion. Let's get into this. Obviously, I've put a trigger warning at the top of the chat. Right, that camera is going to cut off the text. So, forensic experts' new report claims that Kurt Cobain may have been murdered. May have been. The untimely demise of Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain is once again making headlines nearly 30 years since his death. Has it ever really been out of the headlines? It always crops up, right? Hey, when Annalise, how you doing? Just come back from grocery shopping and he still didn't get into it. We were chatting. Chat run this shit, not me. New forensic report suggests that the rocker's death may have been a homicide staged as a self-unaliving. This article contains references to... Yeah, I've put the disclaimer at the top, chat. When Nirvana frontman and grunge legend Kurt Cobain died on the 5th of April 1997. Why did I think it was 94? That's a year off. 1994. What was 94 then? That must have been in utero. At the age of 27, the music world mourned the death of a beloved rock star and a Generation X icon. His body was found in his Seattle apartment. I thought he was found in his garage. Cause of death was ruled to be a self-inflicted shotgun wound to the face. As Kurt Cobain has been wrestling with drug abuse and depression for years, there was a persistent conjecture that Cobain had been murdered. Even when the day the news broke, I think everyone said, where the fuck was Courtney Love when this happened? No, she wasn't there. So then it was, she paid somebody to do it. It was 1994. Why does this say 1997? Last meet sold out. Hope I can get to the next one. Wendy G, there will be more. There absolutely will be more. So good we have different views, but music unite. Thank you, Laura Lee, for the 2. And absolutely. It was 1994. I fucking... This article's dog shit then, isn't it? Upper floor of a shed garage, right. This article's already fucked. They got his fucking death date wrong. Right, a 1998 documentary by Nick Bloomfield titled Kurt and Courtney. Yeah, that documentary didn't come out the year after he fucking died. Ran with the stories, investigating the tragic death and claiming the murder could not be ruled out. I'm careful when I'm scrolling here, because there's, yeah, the photos down there. Exploring Kurt's overlooked social activism 30 years since his death, the forensic team has presented a peer-reviewed paper with evidence claiming that Cobain may have been confronted by one or more assailants, forcibly given heroin to overdose to incapacitate him and then shot in the head. Yeah, I'd left school in 97 and Kurt was long gone. They also claimed that the shotgun found in his hands was allegedly placed in his arms. Independent researcher Michelle Wilkins, who worked with the team, told UK outlet Daily Mail that forensic specialist Brian Burnett reviewed the crime scene evidence and the autopsy and concluded that Cobain's death was a homicide. There are things in the autopsy that go, well, wait, this person didn't die very quickly of a gunshot blast, said Wilkins. He's dying of an overdose, so he can barely breathe. His blood isn't pumping very much. I mean, he's in a coma. And he's holding up to be able to reach the trigger to put the gun into his mouth. It's crazy. Are they going to get into the length of the gun? Because that was the thing that threw all of us back when it happened. They showed the gun and it was like, it's fucking bigger than Kurt. How did he pull the trigger with that amount of drugs in his system? From the little that I do know, I know that he took that much heroin, or he was given that much heroin, that he was in liver shutdown. That's a lot of fucking drugs. She pointed to organ damage associated with oxygen deprivation. The necrosis of the brain and liver happens in an overdose. It doesn't happen after a shotgun death. Oh, there was definitely a shotgun involved, and he was definitely depressed. I'd be depressed if I was married to Courtney Love. Bitch had a higher sperm count than him. Sorry. New forensic analysis claims Kurt Cobain's death in 1994. That's his, obviously, note there. They never released the full thing. I'm going to change screens a minute, because I know there's an image here that somebody got demonetized for last night, because it shows drug paraphernalia, and it shows his dead arm across his chest. I can't show the image, but I will describe it. That it's his left arm kind of doing that. Kurt Cobain was left-handed. How do you do that? That. It looks odd. And the other thing, if he's somehow done that, why is his left arm not covered in blood or gunpowder residue? Maybe they'll mention gunpowder residue, but I'm going to scroll past the drug paraphernalia because I saw a stream get told off for it last night. I saw a case in America where somebody was tied to the hood of a car and shot in the head with a shotgun, and they said he was suicide. What? The team's findings highlight other key discrepancies in the original autopsy and crime scene materials, including the eerily clean area surrounding Kurt Cobain's body, and the Cobain's hand was found gripping the barrel had no spatter. He would have had his right hand. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The room he was found in was supposedly locked from the outside. Yeah, it's not the easiest way to do oneself. A sawn-off shotgun, yeah. Maybe they used their feet. His shoes were still on as far as I know. If you ever look at photos of the shotgun unalivings, they are brutal. There is no universe where that hand is not covered in blood, Wilkins stated. Unalivings are messy, and this was a very clean scene. The team also highlighted Kurt Cobain's heroin kit, which was found neatly arranged. Wilkins questioned the plausibility of someone with 10 times the lethal limit of heroin in their system carefully packing away their equipment before... 10 times! Oh, Courtney, you are going to fucking prison. Allegedly. And she's allegedly got a higher sperm count than me and Kurt and you lot put together. I don't like her. We were supposed to believe that he capped the needles and put... Wait, he capped the needles after taking all that? No fucking way. We've all seen those shows. We've all seen that thing. They tie off and then they do the business, and 9 times out of 10, the thing is still hanging out of their arm. And he put the caps back on, numerous of them. Photos were taken from the outside of the window, clearly showing the Kurt's shoes were definitely on. We're supposed to believe he capped the needles and put everything back in order after shooting up 3 times, because that's what somebody does when they die, and he said. To me, it looked like someone staged a movie where you wanted to be absolutely certain that this was a self-unaliving. Museum criticised for Nirvana exhibition saying Kurt unalived. AI Kurt Cobain. Oh, please don't fucking do that shit. The team of investigators has asked for the investigation to be reopened. Oh, it haven't been reopened then, so this is just a private... Ah, right. To be reopened, but despite the new claims, the Kings County Medical Examiner's Office and Seattle Police Department have said the case will remain closed. It's a fucking conspiracy. This is designed to keep us away from the Epstein files. Because certain leaders of certain countries have been stopping people they shouldn't. Poor investigation from the outset. Either way, no one could be found accountable. Can't believe his unplugged guitar went to Francis Bean's slimy ex-husband. Beardo, these legit sources. It's all over numerous news articles. Obviously, he was in the Daily Mail, which, you know. Our detective concluded that he died by unaliving, but this continues to be a position held by this department. South Seattle Police Department spokesperson told the Daily Mail. Our office is always open to revisiting its conclusions if new evidence comes to light, a spokesperson from King County Public Health told Newsweek. But we've seen nothing to date that would warrant reopening this case on our previous determinations of death. If we were wrong, just prove it to us, said Wilkins. That's what we asked them to do. As of February 2026, Kurt Cobain's death remains classed as an unaliving. So, the headlines. the headlines have done what they did with the Exorcist. They've run away with it because they're saying it was homicide, and that's not what the case is. The Mirror are running it. The Parade are running it. The Sunday Guardian is running it. Sunday Guardian's more of a legit. Right now, it's pointing to a possible homicide. What is a homicide? Fucking this paper has to explain everything. What's the original unaliving? Stage scene with a neatly arranged gun and shells. Post-mortem signs of prolonged oxygen deprivation. Unusually high. Sorry, Laura Lee. Brother-in-law went the same way, and it was definitely not self-ending. Also, with drugs, people got away with it. Inquest was a farce. We'll have a look at this little bit, and I'll tell you a little story. It's written to a family member of mine. I won't get too deep into it because it's not great. Who might be connected to Cobain's death. Speculation surrounds individuals close to Kurt Cobain, including associates, acquaintances, or unknown parties. But you just named fucking everyone there, haven't you? No conclusive evidence identifies anyone. Forensic experts continue examining the case for possible involvement in his death. At the time of his death in 1994, Kurt Cobain's net worth was modest, while how the fuck do you say that? Posthumously, is it? His estate, including publishing rights and his catalogue, has grown to over 450 million. Yeah, that was long after he'd passed. I don't know. I mean, those articles are... They've done what the newspapers do, right? I'm streaming. Fuck off. YouTube doesn't like certain words. Yeah. Why is everyone saying on a live now rather than you're not allowed to say it on YouTube? They apparently relaxed the rules on it, and then I was watching somebody last night, and they got their stream taken down. He was the highest earning dead artist at one point. After you've had a Greek starter posthumously. Hummus. Alright. But health issues differ with each person. I have bipolar disorder, managed to cope with medication. Yeah, you can't. Everyone's mental state is different. Everybody's reaction to certain medicines and how they deal with things in life is different. No question he was depressed. Yeah, oh, absolutely. But if what these are reporting is true, why are they not investigating it further? It needs to be. 30 years on, we are still asking these questions, even though some people are getting the fucking death dates wrong. Wankers. This paper got it right. 3 decades after he succumbed to death on the 5th of April 1994, fresh team of experts. The thing is, every famous death seems to be part of something else. It seems like it's a great click. Yeah, you're not wrong, James. But I'll tell you a story directly linked to my family. One of my cousins was in a relationship with a bit of a bad boy. A bit of a bad boy would be an understatement. I couldn't fucking stand the guy, but you know, my cousin's boyfriend. They had a child together, and he was found in one of the hottest summers in the UK, barring last year. I think this is about 7 or 8 years ago. Might even be longer now. He was found face down in a stream. The stream had about 5 to 10 mil of water running through it. And apparently he accidentally drowned. His wallet and his car keys were missing. But he accidentally drowned in a very small stream. And apparently there was a big bump to the back of his head. And after his death, the rest of the family found out that he was dealing. Yet the inquest was just like, hey, he just accidentally drowned himself in a fucking stream on a mountain with his wallet and his car keys missing. It, it was in the papers and stuff. I didn't like the guy. Just because he's passed away doesn't mean I will like the guy. He was a drug dealer. But doesn't he, even a drug dealer, a not so great person in life, he was great to my cousin as far as I know, does he not deserve somebody to look a little deeper and be like, how did he drown in fucking 10 millimeters of water in a fucking stream? This guy wasn't like... It, he was a strong 24 or 25-year-old guy. He was a big fucking guy. He looked after himself. He worked out. And he drowned in a stream. Guess one needs to ask who was going to benefit from Cobain's death. Courtney Love. The story, I don't know how true it is. I was hoping these articles would go into it, but the story that I always remember is that she was cheating on Kurt with numerous famous rock stars. He knew about it, and he was going to divorce her, but because they hadn't been married for so long, she would have been left with nothing from Cobain's back catalogue and estate and all of that sort of stuff. She'd have been entitled to nothing. The daughter would have been entitled, but obviously the daughter was a baby. And then... Sorry to keep being repetitive. Don't worry about being repetitive. Sometimes the only way to get my attention. So the rumour is he was planning on ending the marriage. She would have got nothing. And then, he turns up with his head mostly missing after injecting 3 full syringes, 10 times the amount of the H. It's suspicious. It's always been suspicious. And James is right that when a celebrity dies, there are always stories. I mean, some of them don't even have to die. Paul McCartney's still alive, and people have been saying he's dead for 4 years and got replaced by a fucking lookalike. Hmm. They just don't look at deaths like that. Yeah. The fact that what he did for money, you know, my cousin's ex. Is he an ex because he's dead? Well, yeah. I haven't got a pulse anymore, so he's an ex. Whatever. I didn't like the guy for obvious reasons. But for a drug dealer to turn up face down with his wallet and keys missing, drowned in a fucking stream of water, is ridiculous. Who the fuck had his wallet and car keys? They never found his car. And he was instantly ruled as an accidental death. Wendy J, thank you for the £2. Mental health is still overlooked. Hope it will change. I mean, mental health, it is in a better place than it's been in a long, long time. I don't know if you're from the UK or not. It's better than it's been, but yeah, there still needs to be a lot of work done for it. I mean, we raised fucking over 12 grand in the September of last year for mental health charities. Unsure if the link worked, but I just tried to share a multidisciplinary analysis of Kurt Cobain's death, a new report that was part of what handed to the new SPD November the 4th. Unfortunately, Jasmine, links won't post on YouTube. Multidisciplinary analysis. I wonder if I just copy and paste that. Will I be able to find it? Is it by Medwin Publishing? A homicide victim. What? International Journal of Forensic Sciences. Ooh, going deep into the rabbit hole here. The violent death of Kurt Cobain, the lead guitarist singing a popular rock band Nirvana, was estimated by the King County Medical Examiner in Seattle, Washington, USA to have occurred on April 5th, 1994. They got the date right. Cobain's body was discovered on April the 8th, 1994. Yeah. The Seattle Police Department detectives, Emmy investigating the assistant Emmy and Chief Emmy concluded Cobain had died by an alive-in. However, the police reports 37 scene images released in 2014, followed in 2016 by 5 images of an SPD detective holding Kurt Cobain's shotgun, and recent disclosures of the autopsy from December 2023, firearm tool mark January-February 2025, provided new insight into the manner of Kurt Cobain's death. Kurt Cobain, based solely on publicly available discovery and analysed through multidisciplinary critical method, was a homicide victim. Oh, you're from the UK, you've had to tackle the Spaghetti Junction a few times this month. God rest you. That thing needs to be destroyed. His body was moved from the site of the homicide and staged to appear as a suicide. What? I'm not the greatest with this sort of research. But that's what I've just read. Oh, I've just read that. Obviously, we've got the greenhouse there, and then there's the upstairs of it. There is something. I'm going to change my scene, check it for myself. Right, he is wearing shoes. He is wearing shoes. There's a little bit of blood on his one thumb. I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to have to read it, I'm sorry. The Kurt Cobain death scene from the images in the SPD in 2014. The original image files are named the lower right of each image. Right, I got that. A. The greenhouse or atrium over Cobain's garage where his body was discovered. Entry to his home is on the right, and entry to the greenhouse at the back of the garage. Seattle Times reporter Tom Reese on the other side of the fence in a tree approximately at the red arrow. Right. Oh, this is where you got the photo of the shoe from back there. Right, I see. When you took the photographs of the greenhouse entry and the one of the right side of Kurt Cobain's body, figure 9, yeah. The double door entry to the greenhouse, the window pane below the doorknob was broken. The window... I can't show it because there's obviously a part of him unalived on the floor, the 2 parts of him. The fucking door handle to the garage, the window under it, is if you're gonna bang and... is broke. Ooh. The doorknob is keyed and likely could be secured by closing the door from the outside when locked in position C. It's locked from the outside. Left dorsal arm and hand of Cobain. A white hospital band from an unknown Seattle hospital or clinic is on his left wrist. The long sleeve button down shirt and white undershirt are blood right. The lower left leg of the foot of Cobain and a bag containing a box of 12 gauge shotgun cartridges by his foot. Right, now I've got that image out of the way. Might not be able to read all of this, but guitarist Kurt Cobain, lead guitarist for the popular rock band Nirvana, was found laying on the floor in the greenhouse. That's the figures and stuff. Toxicology report that the accompanied autopsy report showed Cobain also received a lethal dose of the H. Despite the determination of unaliving, SPD continued for years following Cobain's death. Since the death, there has been continued public speculation that he was a homicide victim. 2014. This is a lot of reading. 20 gauge shotgun were released. All images from SPD. They were also unauthorized photographs taken by Tom Rees, Seattle Times newspaper. Climbed on a tree. Fucking disrespectful bastard. Right hand side figure. Right, we've read all that. There was an Apple Quick Take, 100 digital cameras at the scene that have timestamps. What? Likely to continue the continual public interest in the manner of Cobain's death. Following the limited 2014 release of scene images, a lawsuit was filed in 2015 in the Seattle Superior Court to force the release of all Cobain death scene photographs. This was blocked by the court due to a family privacy request. Yeah, who was the family member? We're going into conspiracy here. Kurt Cobain autopsy report was provided by the SPD investigators June the 20th, 1994, but was not publicly released at the time. However, it had been in the possession of Cobain's late grandfather, Leland Cobain, since 2012, according to a copy of a handwritten letter request to the SPD that was included in the autopsy report. The report was publicly released by Kurt Cobain's uncle, Gary Cobain, in late 2023. Pages 2 and 3 are missing. Firearm laboratory released. Lack of access. Sufficient evidence to determine with reasonable certainty the manner of Kurt Cobain's death. One study identified significant findings via analysis of bloodstain patterns, shotgun performance, and heroin toxicology that may not have been fully recognised by the SPD and King County ME. This may have hindered their ability to reach a reliable determination of the manner of his death. Holy fuck. Petler noted the investigated the staged crime is daunting. It's very different from investigating many other types of crimes. In case there is a lack of experience in detecting staged unalivings by investigators, e.g. bloodstains inconsistent and unaliving, evidence and scene manipulation, the investigative process can result in a miscarriage of justice which occurred in the investigation of... Unaliving scenario. Cobain committed by injecting himself with the lethal... Right. I gotta be careful what I say here. Remain conscious long enough to be able to put the protective cap back on the syringes, place it back into the cigar box and close it. Get up to sit at a different location. No fucking way. While seated or supine on the floor, take the shotgun and the compensator on the muzzle. Put the compensator into his mouth, partially contracting his superior hard palate, and depress the trigger with his right hand. Well, he was left-handed though. His left hand did hold the barrel, so the left hand should have been covered in blood. Cobain was accosted. This is a scenario. Cobain was accosted by an assailant with a syringe who injected a lethal dose of heroin into his left dorsal proximal forearm. Collapsed, and while supine on the floor, the 20 gauge shotgun compensator on the muzzle was forcefully inserted into his mouth, like pushing his head back and jaw down with the compensator against his upper front teeth. Whoa. His body was carried by two persons from the site of the homicide to the place in the greenhouse where the body was found. The scene and body were then staged to appear to be unaliving. 37 pages of the Cobain property and death scene, April 8, 1994, released by the SPD in April 2014. The metadata associated with the original images released. Polaroid prints were copied, likely they only copied a hand. The names of the cameras there, the officers. Only 22 of these images were released. Right. I don't know what this is going to show. Scanner image, dye scrub print of the greenhouse planted near the victim, an alleged note. Impaled by a pen into the planter soil. The image is likely the original quick Apple camera, not been processed. The arrows pointing to defects in the print. Oh, defects in the print caused by print paper. Images of the letter, autopsy report. This documentation of a violent, unaliving, or accidental. Accidental? Who just want to accidentally inject himself with enough heroin to kill him 10 times over and then blow his head off? I'm sorry. Kurt Cobain was not a large man. He wasn't a tall man. He wasn't a big man. How the fuck did he get that in? No way did he get that in his mouth. Even without taking enough H to wipe out a family of fucking elephants, there is no way he got that. No fucking way. Enjoy the bingo, Jennifer Taylor. The fucking size on that thing. See, this guy is right-handed. Yeah? This guy's right-handed. So that's how he's holding. That would be how he would fire. Shit, don't show. He would hold it that way. Because he's right-handed. The guy that was holding it there. Kurt was left-handed. So why was his left hand not on the trigger? Remington M11 20 gauge shot, approximately the same manufacturer. Right, the shotgun was reported as 45 and 5/8 inches. No matter which way I scroll here, there's going to be something. Look up El Duco. Damaged the top pallet by forcefully putting the gun in. No fucking way. Well, I'm just looking at the blood stains and blood. I don't want to show anything else because I'm going to get my stream taken down. I saw it happen last night. Yeah, I can't show this. It's got blood on guns everywhere now. Oh, he's got an injury to his left thumb from. Oh. Yeah, you're gonna have to read this for yourself, guys, because this is quite a big document. I'll pin it. I'll pin it. I'm gonna have to look into this a lot more without getting myself into trouble. Replace pinned message. We'll chat about it instead before I get my stream taken down again. Been ballistically proven not to. We need Possum Pete on the case. True. Playing devil's advocate, even if you're mostly dominant in one hand, you might use the other for certain things, but with everything else, yeah, sus as fuck. It is. Kurt and Courtney, El Deuce interview. Yeah, I won't be able to play something like that on YouTube. It'll be off a TV network and I'll get screwed for it. So at the top is, if you guys want to check the document out for yourself, obviously it's a crime scene. I haven't seen anything too disturbing in there, but there are portions of shots Oh wait, one of the I can't show it. One of the things that was picked up on his left arm there is an injury from the weapon he had on March the 1st when he was still alive and on stage. Ooh. I really wish they'd just rule it homicide. Sad for Francis, sad for the parents, etc. Sad for the time. A few depressed kids. Yeah. Um. Yeah. There was a young lad from Wales. Yeah. The injections site was already. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to. I'm trying to read without killing off the stream, you know. I'm not going to be able to do it. Read it for yourselves, guys. Make your own minds up. There's obviously I mean, how many pages is this thing? I got to page 19 there. Alright, there are really. Right, when you get to page 24, if you check it, page 24, there are really, really graphic images of those types of injuries to a face. Jesus fucking Christ. I could have done without seeing that, to be fair. The 32 pages. There are. It's not Kurt's head, but there's somebody in there to comparatively look at that type of injury. What will his kid think of this? I mean, Frances being Cobain is a fucking hell. She's not older than me. What was she, 2 or 3 when he went? So she's a fully grown woman now. But still, I don't know, if it was me, would I rather know what really happened to my father? Absolutely. How old is Francis now? You can tell this stuff is you can tell that this is trending because I've just put in Fran, and the first thing that's come up is Francis being Cobain. I haven't had to put the full word in for anything. Holy shit, she's beautiful. She's 33. Yeah, she was 2 when he passed. Like, fuck, she had her dad's looks. What does Francis think about Kurt? Francis says that her father sacrifices life for his art because the world demands. Oh, she thinks that he unalived. Do you know what? They should leave it to her to decide. She's his next of kin. Well, fucking Courtney is, I guess. Just saw this graphic pics. Can't see that. Yeah, I did. I did try to warn. When Cobain and Courtney Love separated at the time at the end. I don't know if they were separated, but there was talk of it. Yeah, I did give warnings to see that when I got to page 22, there was a horrific gun. And I don't even know how to word it. In our case, there were more than one wound injection site. It was figured that at least 2 or more people in the room. The way he was ended, he was too strong, so overpowered. Jack Osborne and Kelly talked about how creepy Courtney was about Kurt. A lot of people said that her behaviour around that time was really fucking weird, but don't forget, she was an addict as well. Powers Be may try to take this down later if you really want to get into conspiracies. It'll just fuel my fire. Because obviously I haven't read the full 32-page document. I got to page 19. I'm going to read the rest of it. This is to me from what I've read today. This has gone from fan fiction, as horrible as that sounds, fan fiction because we all missed Kurt. He was the voice of our generation. To holy fuck, I'm questioning reality now. They say he might have been some sort of Illuminati. That's going a bit far down the rabbit hole there. There's no statute limitation on the crime of unaliving, and unfortunately, his kids' views wouldn't matter in this case. Feel sorry for Kurt having his diaries. I mean, listen, I was a huge. I was obsessed with Kurt and Nirvana when I was a kid, and I bought everything. I had a patch on my jacket with the excerpt of "Better to Fade Out Than to Fade Away," and obviously the bits above it, which in hindsight, I was fucking 14, 15 when I bought that patch and put on my jacket as a sign of homage to this my hero, you know. And in hindsight, what a fucking weird thing to do. I had a T-shirt, a black and white T-shirt. The black and white T-shirt with Kurt with like hair to about there, head on a slight tilt, and then his note was on the back of it. And my mum binned that because she hated the idea of it. I could take a look at it with you, cross-ref against the publication, what the authors have done, etc. Didn't Francis Cobain lose Kurt's guitar and divorce? Yeah, fucking hell, what was his name? Isaiah? Is it Isaiah Silver she was married to? Isaiah Silver, Francis is married to, and he's got Kurt's guitar, right? Tiny Henson, Anon, thank you for the £3 eye bath tax. Oh, fucking hell. Thank you. Time to bleach my brain to get that image out. Yeah, I fucking posted the link. I did warn. But I was scrolling and I was like, yeah, there's nothing really. There's some images that you want to be careful of. And I was like, holy fuck, page 22 is really, really bad. If the internet, social media, online sleuths, etc. were around, there was no way the investigation would have been let go. True. Absolutely true. Obviously, back then, the internet, I think it kind of existed, but it was shit and unaffordable, and there was no infrastructure for it, especially where I lived. I thought she gifted him the guitar. Courtney didn't like it, so I had him beaten up. What? Really? It was Isaiah Silver, right? Hey, Pinky. I've been to inquests as a journalist, but always avoided death pics. Ah, he got it. No, he took that guitar in a divorce. Cobain stated Silver could have the guitar but would not receive any money from a father's $450 million estate. I'm on a family law page there. I'm scared to fucking open another link. Francis Cobain let him have the guitar in order to keep him away from the $450 million estate. Ah, what a fucking scumbag, eh? She gifted it while they were married, apparently, but she tried to argue it right. Obviously, I'm going into this fucking half blind here. Seems you adored him, left a big hole in the heart. Yeah, I mean, I was very, very young, and Nirvana were a massive influence on me. And then I remember exactly where I was when the news came out. I remember exactly where I was, and I remember us all sat. There was like a bridge and then like a bit of a dip the other side of this little bridge, and we were all sat on the green by there, like Kurt. And then for every year after, for about 3 or 4 years, we all met up on the anniversary of it and had a few drinks, wearing Nirvana t-shirts, playing our Walkmans with plug-in speakers and stuff. Who understood Smells Like a Teen Spirit the first time it released? Didn't matter. Didn't matter. It was a cool as fuck sounding song. Curtain River Phoenix were not that far apart. I don't think so. No. Hey, Heart Mode, how you doing? I remember exactly where I was. I mean, my mother doesn't live that. My mother, I didn't live that close to where we were sat, but my mother now lives pretty much looking at it. And every time I go to my mum's, I drive past it, and it's only now I've remembered it. But yeah, for a good couple of years, obviously false memory, and that's the thing. I may be remembering that I did it more times than I really did, or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it was probably one of the most influential deaths outside of my family. I think we all remember. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when Dimebag Darrell was shot. I was working in Tesco when that news broke. I was upstairs in the second store that I worked in on my break on nights. I remember that because he was fucking murdered. Yeah, I remember that. So, but my dad was a massive T-Rex fan, and he remembers exactly where he was even now, when Mark Bolan, the news of Mark Bolan, few questionable rock deaths in the last decade. I mean, the Dimebag Darrell one was fucking insane, absolute insanity. Hard, hope you're good. When I was 10, I saw Nirvana on Top of the Pops. He sang like Morrissey. Oh, I thought that was hilarious. As a kid, I remember watching and being pissed off because he ruined the song. But by the time I got to 13, 14 years of age, I was like, I knew what he was doing there. That's cool as fuck. But then I used to buy Kerrang and Metal Hammer out of my paper round money and stuff. You had a shift at Sainsbury's when the news had... I got grounded over the death of Diana. My mum fucking grounded me. And I think I was 15 or 16. I hadn't been grounded in ages at that point. When did Princess Diana die? What year was it? 1997 she went. Yeah, I was 16. So at that point, it was quite hard to ground me, you know? And I think... Was it a Sunday? I think it was a Sunday. Either August. That's why I'm thinking it was a Sunday. I was off school, or I'd left school. And I distinctly remember my mother waking me up in floods of tears. Why did you get grounded? I'll tell you now. It's really insensitive, but I was a 16-year-old with a chip on my shoulder. You know, at this point, I was going down Marilyn Manson goth territory. And my mum woke me up and was like, floods of tears. You know, she'd already woken my brother, and he was, for some reason, upset a bit. And she was like, she's dead. My immediate thought was like my fucking great-grandmother, because my great-grandmother was still alive then. And she floods of tears, and I'm starting to think that there's a family member has died. And then my mother went, Princess Diana's dead. And I did the following. I don't fucking care. I pulled the quilt back over, and my mum pulled the quilt off me and said, get up. That is the People's Princess. And I said the following. People's Princess or not, she didn't do my washing and ironing. I don't care. And I got grounded for a week. She woke me up because some woman that I'd never fucking met had died, and I was pissed the fuck off. The People's Princess. And my argument... She didn't do my washing and ironing. Go away. I was probably hungover as well. I gave up on Manson a long time ago. He's... Yeah. Wow. I was 16. Just turned 16, you know? I was a child. How insensitive be you, though? I know, but I was a child. Hang the fuck on. How insensitive of my mum to wake me up to tell me that some woman that I didn't care about was dead. I think that's insensitive. I was 16 and I give about as much of a fuck about the royal family then as I do now. It looks nice on TV and stuff, but I don't care. She seemed like a nice lady, but I never met her. Is it a sad loss for the world? Yes. Is it worth waking me up early for? No. Even now, if somebody woke me up to say Charles has got... nobody likes Charles. That doesn't count. William has gone. I'm not going to be like... Don't fucking wake me up for that. It's a genuine reaction from a kid. I wouldn't think much... I wouldn't be as rude about it like she didn't do my washing and ironing, but I wouldn't want to be woken up to be told. That can wait. That can wait until it's in the news on and go, oh, that's a shame. They seemed quite nice. Remember, it just seemed like the whole country was depressed. My mum was sad. My dad was sad. My brother seemed sad, even though he was younger than me. I just genuinely didn't care. Rob Zombie's caught if it's still touring with Manson after all the legal drama. I imagine he is. Yeah, but yeah, that was my experience with my mum waking me up to tell me that somebody passed. I was initially about to get upset because I thought it was a family member and Princess Diana. I was 16. I hated everyone when I was 16. I didn't like my parents when I was 16. I didn't like anyone. Well, I did. But they were, singers in bands or girls. William is the only one who didn't care to me. Harry's the one who walked away from it. William's potentially the next king, right? But again, I don't care. Listen, it looks nice. It's part of the UK's heritage. It's part of English heritage. I'm fucking Welsh. I should have my own language, and I should have my own fucking king. But they invaded us and took it from us. So the royal I'm not a royalist. I don't like it. Have you got any plans for Valentine's, Beardo? Absolutely nothing. Mrs. Geek is working nights, and I'm away with Bristol Paranormal on the 13th, coming home on the 14th, so I'll see her for like 2 hours before she goes to work. So, no, we haven't done Valentine's Day for a couple of years, and I'll explain why before everyone gets up my ass about it and tells me off, like, you should do this, you should do that. We agreed, before we got married, I believe, that we don't need one day by Clinton cards to tell each other how much we like each other. What's the point in that? We do it every fucking day. If I want to buy my wife a gift, I'll buy her a gift. I'm not buying her a gift just because some knobhead that owns a card factory was like, you got to buy it on the 14th. Fuck that shit. We don't do it. The only time we broke that rule was the year we got married. Or the Valentine's Day after we got married. First Valentine's Day as a married couple, and then we said we wouldn't do it again. Okay, about the royal family, just the British equivalent of the Kardashians. I wouldn't put that on the royal family, because the Kardashians are a bunch of fucking idiots. I don't even know what they've done for the world, apart from marry famous people. Whose fault is it that I'm Swedish and not Danish? The fucking English. Hey, they screwed us all over, Andre. Wait, hang on. Didn't you guys invade us? Just because you were normal. I did meet Diana, but you're funny as F. Classic teenager reaction in the 90s. Do you know that scene in Harry Enfield? Where they're like, happy 13th birthday, and then he just transforms with the centre parted greasy hair and the... Oh! I was that kid. Laura Lee, thanks for the £5. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, I was a dickhead when I was 16. I hated everyone. I was a grunger, slowly phasing into my goth era at 16. Like fucking dreadlocks, for God's sake. Has anyone got a link to the Hail and Peace? Don't look back and wank it. I don't even know where I'd find it. Most celebrities involved in giving charities for tax purposes. Yeah, a lot of them got fucking Gary Barlow, wasn't he? He was a tax avoiding dickhead. V-Day is a couple of days before my hubby's birthday. We buy each other stuff all the time, so V-Day is meh. Celebrate his birthday, though. There you go. Rod Smith had a sticker on his guitar that read "Citizens, not subjects." I bring it up to my mother anytime she mentions the royal family. Yeah, a couple of years ago, what was the big thing that they celebrated? I think it was like the Queen's 90th or something. Mum rung me, like, oh, the street are having a party, we can invite you up. And I was like, I am not driving all the way up there to celebrate some old woman's birthday. I don't care. Leave me alone. I mean, when the Queen's mother died, same thing. I missed it when you were a debunker. I'm still a debunker, but this isn't my debunking channel. My debunking channel is Beardo Gets Scared. This is, what did we call this? Oh, Beardo's Man Cave. Nothing to do with debunking on you. So unfair, I hate you. True. World is going to shit. I haven't had a look at your video yet, Heart. I know it's a bit of a hot take on my behalf. Just sick of the world. Yeah, America's. I'm not going to get into it because of politics and stuff, but America is not in a good place right now. It's fucking scary looking. The whole thing in America is scary. I don't ever get into politics, but yeah. What do we call this? Well, I didn't name the channel, did I? I think my mother-in-law named it, didn't she? Didn't Mama Geek say Beardo's Man Cave and that's what we called it? Beardo ain't the only moody one. There we go. This isn't debunking at all. Are you a conspiracy channel now? Right. Gurama43. For the second time. I don't know if you're a bit tup. That's stupid in Welsh. This is not my main channel. This is not my debunking channel. This is Beardo's Man Cave. This is where we do everything away from the paranormal that interests me. Let me have a look at your little fucking channel activity here and see what you've been doing, shall we? Oh, you've come in here just to talk shit. Listen, if you're a fan of the main channel, all well and good, but don't come in here moaning because my second channel that's nothing to do with the paranormal is doing nothing to do with the paranormal. So you can get out of this one. You're banned from here. Do yourself a favour. Take yourself out of my main channel. If you're going to be a dickhead on what is clearly a second channel, I don't need you. Off you pop. Don't let the door hit you in the anus on the way out. Fucking rude. I mean, why would you put that profile picture on? You look like he just... No. This is a Beardo chill out chat. It's... Sometimes it could involve... Are you into conspiracy theories now? So far, we have covered... music. We have done a conspiracy today, which may not be a conspiracy, looking at the documents that I have read to try and make my own mind up about something. We have covered Florida Man. We have covered evil YouTubers and Twitch streamers. Fucking Call of Duty. What else have we covered? Movies. I've done movie reviews on... What the fuck? Oh, some people... Never seen that name? I've never seen him before. And his photo looked like he just spunked on his own chest. Fuck him. Cass McSass, thank you for the 199 troll tax. I appreciate you. I said it anyway now, haven't I? Oh, fuck him. I'm sick of people coming into chats and starting shit. Change subject. I can confirm Beardo is 5'9". Cheeky bastard. Wasn't it your wife that said, you're a lot taller than I thought you were going to be? Laura Lee, thank you for the £2. Learning with Beardo. Spell Welsh. Stupid Welsh, please. Tup. Tup. T-W-P. That's Welsh for stupid. You're a bit tup, you are. Beardo. They piss me off, you know. You get fucking trolls nearly... We didn't have one last night. What is spunk? Baby batter. Chuck in your muck. Richard Larson, thank you for the 20 Swedish kronas. Troll tax, I appreciate you. Some people call it cocksnot. I'm sorry, I'm not. Girly twirly, I will time you out for tuna fish. It is just fucking tuna, alright? I know tuna's a fish, you don't need to add the name. I've seen the lol, I am playing with you. You get the best looking trolls, Beardo. I swear they're all inbred. It's no longer go-go juice. No. His own chest. I don't know where his own chest came from, but that for profile picture, he did look like he spunked on himself and was disgusted with it. Thank you for the New Zealand $2, Pinky's Arts and Craft. No offence, by the way. What offence? What have you said? You've been here a while. You've got the right to say shit. It's when people come in. They were his only comments on this channel. It's probably that floppy head wanker again, isn't it? Spunk, the white juice, baby batter, man glue. Man glue's a good explanation. Why'd you call it man glue? I've never seen a fucking baby fall apart. I don't remember much Welsh. Croeso I Cymru. Croeso I Gymru. It should be Cymru. Croeso I Cymru. Welcome to Wales. Population paste. Wiener juice. Baby gravy. Ghost Wiener, do you know what spunk is now? Somebody just laughed outside my house. I hope they were laughing at something else and they didn't hear me. Here's what I think we should do. You see trolls in the chat, throw the tomatoes. Oh dear. Beardo's Man Cave. Quest still on to learn a Welsh with yourself and Mrs. Geek. Thank you as always. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Troll tax. Thank you, Wendy. They need to get a life. Do you know what, Wendy, do you know earlier on when I couldn't work out where you were from? The £5 would have been the giveaway, wouldn't it? Submarines are full of it. Seamen. Can be Cymru or Gymru. That's what I learnt in high school in Wales. You're probably right. I mean, considering I came from the heart of the Welsh fucking valleys. I used to be able to watch Welsh rugby on S4C, which is a Welsh speaking channel, and know what the commentators were saying just in regards to rugby. I can't even do that anymore. It would be funny if they were watching your stream. When you ban somebody, they can still watch, they just can't comment. He's probably hammering the shit out of his keyboard now, because it'll still show for him that he's typing. Sir, we are talking about your man glue, and you can't do nothing about it. Kutch is a hug. Ysgol is school. Clwyd is valley, is it? Cymru is... wait, Cymru's not Cymru. Cymru is Wales. I know tup. Your neighbours now know what spunk is too. It definitely want my neighbours, because that sounded like two girls laughing. They couldn't have been laughing unless they were on my drive for some reason. Speaking of laughs, a child's laugh keeps randomly coming out of my housemate's smart speaker. She thought it was me playing a prank, but it's not. Hey. Can you say the town that ends in go-go? Do you mean go-go-go? Oh, I can't. I'll give it a go. It's Llanfair, Puth, Gwyn, Gwyl, Gogerich, Llantysilien, go-go-go? No, it's not. It's Llanfair, Puth, Gwyn, Gwyl, Gogerich, Chwyndrob, Llantysilien, go-go-go. And if you think I'm taking the piss, that is the name of a small Welsh town in the north of Wales. I've actually worked there when I was bailiffing. That monstrosity of letters there, that monstrosity of letters is a tiny little town with a tiny little fucking railway and a co-op. That's all that's fucking there. And they named it that. Llanfair PG, as the locals would say. Yeah, some just call it Llan PG. So, if you want to learn some Welsh, if you see a double L in the Welsh language, that is or as I like to call it, phlegm. If you see a CH, that's so you got and possessed cat. Double D is th, like TH. Th. What else have we got? And why? It depends on where it is in the fucking word. Did you just randomly type on your keyboard? No. There you go. There's the railway sign for it. Obviously, they've called it Llanfair Pwth Gwingol Gylch. They haven't put the rest of it in. They've only gone as far as there. I've seen that. That's an Anglesey. There you go. Llanfair Pwth Gwingol Gerich Llwyn Drob Wylantisilian Go Go Goch. And that translates as St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near the rapid whirlpool of Llantysilio of the Red Cave. This shit. And that's real. Double D is TH, yeah. So to speak Welsh, I have to channel my inner cat. Yes, you do. But not just any old cat. Do when your cat gets scared by something and it turns into a kung fu vampire cat, where they go... That's how you speak Welsh. Does anyone pronounce it correctly? My wife can. And she can do it off memory without reading it. I struggle reading it. I think Dandalf can say it. But people that live there don't call it that. They call it Llanfair or they call it Llan PG. Maybe they named it to keep the new residents out because who in their right mind would everyone constantly have to tell people that's their address? Could you imagine writing that? What a letter size? Yeah. This is about the size of a letter. What the fuck do you fit it on there? Have I been to Holyhead? Yeah, I've been to Holyhead and... Well, Holly Island. Yeah, I've worked there. I worked from Llanfair, Bangor, over to Holyhead. Basically, because it's so rural up there, the bailiffs up there have got too big an area, and there's only like 2 or 3 of them. So once a year, we used to go up and help them up with a backlog of work. Longest Dutch... Wait, what's that say? Longest Dutch word is aansprakelijkheid zwaar devastastel vergadering. That's even more fucking ridiculous. The fuck is that, Mike's Mysteries? Welsh is one of those tough ones that, as an outsider, I don't think I ever pray, but this is so interesting. Bangor, never met of her. Well, there is a Bangor in the United States. Bangor, Maine. But I think ours is spelt... There's an English translation, but I think it is spelt different. So, if you want to learn some more Welsh chat... A lot of you are going to know this. Do you know what the Welsh is for microwave? I mean, something like Liberty valuation changes. Oh. My American cousins just called me Andrew instead. They didn't even try, so it's all the Anglicans. There's a Bangor over here in Northern Ireland too. I didn't know that. So... The Welsh for microwave, if you didn't know it, is poppity ping. And you may think I am taking the piss, but poppity ping, or poppity ping. Beepity bop. No, poppity ping. A butterfly is called a pillapalla. Popty ping for microwave. Pillapalla for butterfly. And if you want to call somebody an idiot or a fool, you call them a tumfat. Tumfat. A cutch is a hug, and daps is what we call trainers. Or whatever the fuck you Americans call them. Pumps. Carrot is indeed moron, and if you want to, you could ask your Alexa device what is 100 in Welsh. No, off. Alexa, turn off whisper mode. Alexa, turn off whisper mode, you fucking idiot. That freaked me out a bit then, because she started whispering at me. Break it down after educating the next meet. Llanfair, Pwll Gwyn, Gwyl Go Gerich, Chwyn Drob, Hwyl I Lantis Sirion Go Go Goch. Right. Ask your A device to say Boris Johnson 100 in Welsh, and you'll get exactly what I mean. Right, back to the Welsh. Ungo Mungo is over there. It's not African, that's Welsh. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Pen Mawr. Pen Mawr is you have a big head. I remember that from school. What else can we find here? Do you want to know what the Welsh for a ghost is? Bwbach. Bwbach is Welsh for ghost, boogeyman, or a little scare. Bwbach. If you want to call somebody short or little, because they're, short in stature like Dandalf, you call them a dut. Look at the little dut. Vito, don't wear your pineapple shirt on Friday. There's a swingers club just up the road from the priest cottage. I'm going to see if I can buy a pineapple shirt by Friday and gift it to the brothers. Vito, stop spitting it through. Hey! My national language. Don't take the piss. How do I say that? Oh, yeah. Chips in Welsh. Sglodion. Sglodion. Hey, this one's cool. This was cool. If Crow Judas was here, he would love this. Felchfretch mewn pot jam. Like a fart in a jam jar. Felchfretch mewn pot jam. Fart in a jam jar. I didn't know there was actually a Welsh saying for a fart in a jam jar. Yeah, you can copy and paste that whenever you like. Hey, spaghetti. YouTube Shorts idea, learning Welsh for beard. I might just clip them because I'm not going to try and fucking say all these again. My microphone's soaking. Fucking hell. Oh, that was funny. Whew. Right. So, spinach in Welsh. Spinach, the green, nice stuff that you put with salad and whatever. Spigoglis. Spigoglis. I sound like one of those really shit tapes when you're trying to learn a language. An owl. An owl in Welsh is called a googie. This can't be fucking right. A googie too. Goody who is an owl. The Welsh just gave up and they were like, what should we call that thing with the big eyes? And the owl went, hoo hoo. I was like, googie doo hoo. Goody hoo. They just named the owl after the fucking noise it makes. What the fuck? A necklace is called a mouclis. It sounds fucking French. Pilly-palla butterfly. Hamster is called a balk-do. Tumfat. You fat idiot. Tumfat. Fat idiot. These are fucking great. Man a man, a monkey. Might as well. How in the fuck have we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to say 3 words? Man a man, a monkey. Might as well. Do you know my nan used to say that to me and I didn't know what the fuck it meant? Boogie Ball is another ghost. You like this one? A squash, as in the vegetable, is called a spunkin. The squirrel is called a wee were. I don't have the buttons on here, I'm afraid, Nicola. We're on the second channel. A merry-go-round is a coo-early gugan. Moron is carrot. Pathio is fighting. Broga is a frog. Hey, do you know Kellogg's cornflakes? The rooster. Kellogg's cornflakes rooster. Guess what the Welsh for a rooster is? Kellogg. How close is that? Creation is crisps. Diggy doll is digital. Coupon is cup. I don't think that's right. Blodin. Blodin is a flower. Porfor is purple. Spectol is glasses or spectacles. Cunfon is a tail. Cunfon. Sglodion is chips. We've done that one, Sam. These are funny. Pilla-palla for butterfly. That was kind of cool. Right, we're done there. We are done with the Welsh today. Class, your homework for next week. Oh, fuck. What was the funny one? I forgot it already. What's the moon? It's a big white disc in the sky at night. Kind of like the sun. Smaller, less bright. What's muff diving in Welsh? I don't want to know. Pitter-patter. Pitter-patter's just... Pitter-patter's pitter-patter. I don't know if there's a Welsh one. I just asked Alex and it doesn't know Welsh. It will do. Pilly-palla is a card in MTG. Is it? Poppy Ping is not microwave. Google said it is. That wasn't the funny one, though. The owl one. Yeah, what was owl? I've fucking closed the page now. Oh, tumfat. For idiot or fool. I like that one. Tumfat. You idiot. And an owl is a goody hoo. Goody hoo. Licky licky in Welsh. For fuck's sake. That wasn't the funniest one, was it? What was the funniest one? Tumfat? Oh, you fat idiot, yeah. Man a monkey. I remember my nan saying that. I never knew what it... Oh, what was ghost? It was like, Bookie Boo or something, wasn't it? Bookie Boo? Oh, squirrel. That's sorry, squash. Squash is a spunkin. Do you want some spunkin with your tea, love? No. That guy we banned earlier had her all over his chest. According to Google, muff diving is muff deferio. Boo back. Boo back. But Boogie Boar is also a ghost. So Boo back is like spirit, ghost, or boogeyman. But then Boogie Boar is a ghost. Popped his oven, so it sort of works. Popped he ping then. Sam, you're wrong. Oh, fart in a jar. Where was fart in a jar? I forgot what it was already. Where's fart in a jar gone? Can't find the fart in a jar. Do you know what ironing? Ironing. Yeah, ironing in Welsh is called smoothio. What's a willy? Ask your mum or your dad or somebody other than me, please. God, I can't find it. Felrech mewn pot jam. Like a fart in a jam jar. Felrech mewn pot jam. Felrech mewn pot jam. My nan used to say my granddad was a fart in a jar. Ah! I know this is childish, but where's my notes? I'm keeping that. I'm gonna. Do you know when trolls come in? I'm gonna refer to them as a fart in a jar in Welsh. They won't have a fucking clue. It'll be great. Notes. I'm keeping that. I know it's childish, but I am a child. Felrech mewn pot jam. Orly, thank you for the £5. Worth it for this. Lol, thank you. Smoothio sounds like Harry Potter smell. No, Smoothio, and then your ironing is done. Beardo in Welsh is Barfo. I don't like that. No, it's not. No, it's not. He's taking notes. I am, because anytime somebody comes in here starting this shit, and I call them a fart in the jar in Welsh, ban them, and they'll have no idea what the fuck I've just called them. It'll be great. My dad used to say, what number was I, as there's 10 of us. Eh? What's the Welsh for leisure centre? I should know that. Canolfan? Is Canolfan something? I should know the Welsh. Canolfan? No, swimming is push novio. Wait, what? I've got a feeling I'm getting stitched up here. Oh, Canolfan Hamdden. I got it completely fucking wrong. Canolfan Hamdden is a leisure centre. Pwllnofio is a swimming pool. Campfa is gym. What the fuck do you say there? Dosbarthiadau Fydrwf? Dosbarthiau Ffitrwf. Apparently there's fitness classes. Beard is bath, so yeah, Barfo gets scared. That fucking sucks. Carrot moron. All the trolls a carrot coffee bean 100. True. Or I'll speak Dutch to them. Misty moistik. I know the rest of that. That's the only Dutch that is ever stuck in my head. And I think it means pram or baby's crib. But because the C-bomb is on the end of it. You asked GCSE wasn't wasted. I didn't do it. I know. I'm glad I didn't do it. The language is fucking insane. Makes sense because bar is Turkish for beard as in barber. Ah. User Roy Lervik, thank you for the 59 Norway Coronas? This is superb from Norway, just chilling and the troll tax. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, Roy Lervik. Miss Moisty Khan. I can't put the T on the end of it because it's that, YouTube don't like that. It's something to do with the baby's pram. And then I used to be able to swear in Italian from playing Call of Duty, but the Pasta Pervert don't play anymore. Neither do I, come to think of it. Vicky Emming, thank you very, very much for the 50 Australian dollars from everyone in the chat. You legend. Thank you very, very much, Vicky. It was bloody wasted. I moved to England. That's your fault. How dare you fall in love and move away? Look at you living the dream, opening your own shop and stuff. Now you don't speak Welsh. My excuse is my dad is English, and he was just like, it's a dead language, don't bother. Do history. Oven a bath. I think that's just the way the Welsh speak. I'm having a bath. Because they don't say TH properly. Welsh give English grief, and English give Welsh grief. We are British and love to take the piss. No, I genuinely don't like people from England. They smell. The Norway troll tax must weigh the most because they have real trolls in Norway. Or would that be scared of beards and bad at... I'm fucking terrible at Welsh. History was better. I did really well in history. Except that Corn and Limp Bizkit were the night before my history exam. I walked in there with a C on my coursework, came out with a D. Because I was fucked. Rabbits used to be called cunnies, not bunnies. They changed it for obvious reason. That's also why Coney Island is called that, because it's supposedly shaped like a rabbit. Oh. We've got a Coney Beach in South Wales. Yorkshire doesn't count. I mean, you've technically moved from borderline the Welsh Valleys to the Welsh Valleys in England, haven't you? Mrs. Punk tells me off for saying bath instead of bath. I used to say I used to say bath when I was in the valleys. Most of the valley slang I've lost. Irish is much the same. The words are backwards. Yeah, you're talking about Gaelic there, are you? Well in history too, but that's all in the past. Oh, for fuck's sake, Wayne. Glad you laughed. I don't smell. No, you don't. No, you don't. Leave Yorkshire alone. I fucking intend on it. I've been to Yorkshire a few times. Very, very nice. I didn't realise how fucking big Yorkshire was, though. Peter, do you run a bath or do you draw a bath? I run a bath. Well, I don't, because I don't like... I'm really weird with my hygiene, alright? If I was to have a bath, it would be because my muscles are aching or something. I wouldn't have a bath to get clean. If I had a bath, I'd then get out and have a shower straight after. Because it's like, yay, I am dirty. Let's lay in a pool of water so all the dirt floats about on the top of the water, and you stand up out of the water and all the dirt just fucking clings to you. I think baths are disgusting. Shower. I always shower. I shower every day. In the summer I shower twice a day. So, you know, I'm a fat lump and I sweat. You need to look up Newark slang. Newark? What the fuck's Newark? But no, you run a bath. It was time to draw a bath. Not me. Not me. It's a fucking busy man. I nearly fucking late for my own stream again today. Same, bath means shower after. Absolutely. I miss having baths, but yeah, don't use it to bathe. I just love a bath for my fibro. Very rare. We had the fucking bathroom made bigger. Had this massive bath put in. Mrs. Geek rarely uses it because she's like, it costs a fortune to fill that. Because our old bath, because our bathroom was so narrow, we had a bath and shower unit in one, and I didn't fit in the bath. I couldn't sit in it because my thighs would squeak down the side. So we had this big, deep bath standalone thing. Cost us a fucking fortune. We barely use it because of the amount of water it takes to get in it. And then it's shit. It's boring. Please make this a regular section. Laura Lee, we could do more with the Welsh stuff, but we'll run out of words really quick, I think. He runs from a bath. Yeah. That's great if you're not tombing and it's a relaxation rather than cleanliness. But me with my brain, because while I'm inherently lazy and I sit about a lot, I sit about thinking and reading or trying to learn things. I go in the bath, I sit there for like 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm fucking bored now. Mrs. Geek's like, take a book. And I was like, I can't. Look at the pages wet. Take your phone. No, I don't want to drop it. Take your tablet. No, I don't want to drop it. Take something in to watch. No, it steams up. It's shit. I'll have a shower and then I can watch my TV on the comfort of my fucking sofa. Get some bubbles, candles and wines. It's for relaxing. I've tried that shit. Mrs. Geek's done it. You know, I've come home from a shift or whatever. And she's like, I've run you a nice bath. Candles are on. There's a beer or a glass of red or whatever on the side of the bath. I go up there. Of course, my wife is a woman. And women and men have very, very different temperature baths. I'm just saying. Because your wife will get in the bath, scold herself up to her fucking neck, get out of there, be red from there down, and you're like, the fuck do you do that for? And then I get in, like this. Ha! Fucking hell! Once your feet are in, it's not too bad. And then you get down to your knees, you're like... But then, men in the chat, tell me if you have to do this. You kind of have to pick your testicles up so they don't touch the water too quick. You're kind of holding them up there, like... Volcanic. Yeah, I can't have Mrs. Geek's shower temperature or bathwater temperature. It fucking burns. What have I missed? Max Cavalier's daughter? Oh no, he's lost so many people. America with a legit question, not taking the piss. Why do British people add in the extra R to words? Drawing isn't drawing. We don't put that R in. I don't know where you got that. You don't mind hot baths? Then you have a vagina, sir. Punk, I'm so sorry. Yams hit the water first, always. Lift them up and fucking be afraid of putting them in. Beardo, Milky Bar Jaffa Cakes. What? I don't like Milky Bars because they're white chocolate. You may as well just lick baby sick up. I like Jaffa Cakes. Dear Americans, we invented English. True. I do. Flappy flaps. Hey, listen, if I hadn't met him this week and realised he's got a great sense of humour, I probably wouldn't... fuck it, I would have said it. You know I would have said it. As a man, what is wrong with the boil in a bag? I don't know. Women have just got different internal components somewhere. Because you can go outside in shorts and t-shirt and your missus is like, it's fucking freezing out here, put some clothes on. It's like, nah, I'm good. When it comes to the bath or the shower, turn that shit down. Why do women get in the shower to wash their hair, then get out and wrap a towel around their head and then shower their body? Do they? My wife don't do that. I think she means baths or baths, meaning where in the UK you from. In Wales, most people will say bath. They're having a bath. But my accent is screwed. I mean, where I live now, Killer of Fruit Flies used to live. So me and Sam would have a similar accent. Well, we wouldn't know because he's been living in fucking England for donkey's years. Never mind. Who does that? I don't know. I've never heard of that. That sounds like a lot of effort. I know. Have you had a girlfriend? Asking for a friend. It wasn't me. Dear British, Americans invented the car. It's a windshield, not a windscreen. Dear Americans, we invented your country. Just saying. You wouldn't look the way you do if we hadn't have gone over there. Respect your elders, motherfucker. It creeps back in always. Thing is, around Welsh people, specifically Valleys Welsh people, when I speak, I'll get called posh, and they can kind of tell where I'm from. But then as soon as I go to England, they're like, oh my god, you're so Welsh. And then my wife will speak, and they'll be like, oh my god, you're so Welsh. But then like somebody like Dean or Dandal speaks, they're like, wow, that is the Welshest Welsh I've ever heard. Wow, wow, wow. We Dutch founded New York. Ah, we made the Dutch as well. Actually, I think they... No, actually, the Dutch did our gene pool in, didn't they? Beardo, Home Bargains, they have Milky Bar Jaffa cakes. I don't like Milky Bar. I don't care what it's in. It could be laced with fucking gold bars. Milky Bars are shit. Beardo, ask American friends to point to their frowns and they will point to their mouths, not their forehead. What? Why are they frowns on their mouths and not their forehead? You fucked that up, haven't you? Fucked that right up. England was founded by the French. That is a lie. Are you Cardidian? Cardidian? The fuck is a Cardidian? Is that some sort of speak for Cardiff people? No, I'm not. My accent's kind of messed up because I lived in England for a while. I lived in London. I'll come home and I'm all Yorkshire to everyone. They get back up north and I'm all Welsh. Yeah, my uncle lives in Belfast. And when he comes over here, he sounds Irish. Because he's lived there longer than he ever lived in Wales at this point. But when he goes back after he's been here for a couple of weeks, he'll go home and they'll start calling him Taffy. Because he sounds Welsh to them. He doesn't to us. A frown think... Americans think a frown is a turn that frown upside down. Yeah, true. There would be, but that's a frown. You turn that frown upside down, you go from looking really pissed off to shocked. Turn your frown upside down, okay. Shocked or scared? Cardiff in Welsh is Cardid. No, it's Caerdydd. C-A-E-R-D-I... No, Y. Double D. My dad sounds like a farmer living in Dorset for 15 years. Or combine harvester job. Even I'm starting to sound Welsh on Anglesey. See, North Wales doesn't sound Welsh. North Wales has got a bizarre accent. They borderline sound Scouse. Liverpool. And you go a bit further in and they get really bizarre Welsh. Shan O'Leary from The Girl, the Ghost and the Grave. Her accent is bizarre. Because it's like almost Valleys Welsh, but with the Liverpudlian throat. It's weird. The North Wales accent is weird. And they do have a different Welsh dialect. There's a difference between North and South Wales. People will tell you that North Wales hates South Wales, and they don't. I've been there loads of times. They don't care. You should hear a Kerry man or a Cork man speak. I don't understand them. Yeah, the Belfast accent's fine. But I've heard Cork accents. I've got some friends from Scotland. Now, Glasgow Ghost Hunters is from, obviously, Glasgow. And I can understand him. Yet I've got other friends in Glasgow, and I really, really struggle with them. I got loads of friends from Stoke in Staffordshire, because that's where my dad is from. So I'm used to that accent. Yet my grandfather on my dad's side, we never understood a word he was saying. He spoke so fast. It was bizarre. Home Americans think America's the most historic country in the world. Dude, there's a pub near me older than your entire country. Love how Thomas Crapper invented the toilet. I think that was Tom Shanks, not Tom Crapper. The British have a sense of humour, the Americans have... Let's not do the USA versus... Somebody's going to get offended. Let's not do that. We know we're older and we know we're better. From Fishguard in Pembrokeshire, accent is different to Ceredigion. Do you know what? I've been to Pembroke loads and I can't even place the accent there. Be right up by the Orkneys in Scotland, they might as well be cavemen. You can't understand shite. I don't have an accent. I was an army brat. You'll have some form of accent to other people. Thomas Crapper invented the... So the word crap was probably invented because he invented the toilet. I'm off for a crap. That makes perfect sense, actually. Thomas Crapper improved toilet design. That's why it's slang for toilet. I'm off to the crapper. I'm having a crap. Right. The word crap. Does crap actually exist in America? Do they use the word crap in America? Like, oh, that's crap. Like it's bad. When I was a kid, crap was enough to get you grounded. That was swearing when I was a kid. I don't think crap is swearing. Crap. It's like the polite way of saying it's shit. Does it mean we pooping him out? What? Actually, it was Queen Elizabeth's first godson that invented it. Invented what? The crapper. Yes, we do. Americans do say crap. Yeah, totally. Totally crap, dude. I turned into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle then, trying to do an American accent. The fuck? It's been a really educational stream today. It's been fun. We call things crappy or shitty. I've never noticed it. I've never noticed the word crap. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. In movies and stuff, I have. Have you not seen Friends? Ross' son learns it from... No, I haven't. I'm all British, Irish and American, so yeah, I take no offence. Hey, Lycan, how you doing? I wonder what words we got for slang that America... Because I know I've had to explain to a lot of Americans the term bollocks. Because they're like, what's bollocks? And you're like, oh, it's a nickname for testicles. And they're like, so why do you say that's bollocks? And you're like, oh, it depends on how you say it. Because that's bollocks can mean you're a liar. The bollocks is like, that's really fucking good. Or the dog's bollocks, that's really impressive. Or there's bollocks, I've stubbed me toe. Rebrand the channel to Learning with Beardo. Next up, we're going to do biology. I don't think we're going to do biology on this channel because I will get myself into trouble. Crap is used for the young uns who aren't allowed to cuss around their elders. See, I thought that was the same in the UK. But, yeah, I used to get told off because crap was swearing. You're the dog's bollocks. Yes, I am. Oh, what was the other one? Little Miss Mayhem. I think I've said hello to you, have I? I'm going for a Richard the Third. Yeah, my granddad used to say that. I thought bollocks was like similar to bullshit. Bollocks, not bullocks. Bollocks, B-O-L-L-O-C-K-S. But yeah, bollocks and bullshit, same thing. Bullshit, bollocks. You know, my car does 165 mile an hour. Bollocks. But then it could be, look at my new car, and you're like, that's the bollocks. But you know, I have a book on it, and I assumed TC did. TC? Who's TC? Huh? Oh, the crapper thing. The word fanny. Yeah, very different meanings. Very different meanings. The word fanny in British and American equivalent so far apart, it's I mean, they're quite close together if you think about it. But yeah, fanny in America is your derriere, your gluteus maximus, your bum. Fanny in the UK is the front bum. There you go. So yeah, British people, if you go out to America, don't lick the wrong fanny because your breath will smell like shit. Crap is said in the US. Fanny is a lady's name. It's a lady's name over here as well. There's always been a weird phrase to me. Why are the dog's balls something to be admired? I don't know. Just don't mix bollocks and rollocks up. Want to know how Garth and I became friends? He called me a lesbian, I called him gay, and we got kicked out of class, and now we're married. True story. That's epic. Fanny is also a fuff. It is also a fuff. That's Welsh, isn't it? In fuff, Welsh for fanny? Or... Do you know what? It's like... Call it a fanny, a foof, or... None of them sound as horrid as the actual name for it. Penis don't sound that bad. Vagina just sounds horrible. Fanny pack. I always found that funny. Yeah, I've always found that funny. Especially when men have got them. The fuck is that? It's my fanny pack. You've got a collection of them in there? Have you been killing people? What the fuck's going on? It was actually Queen Elizabeth I's godson that did, but Thomas Crapper made it better. I think we got there, didn't we? Foo-foo. That's what kids call it in Wales, I think. It might not be a Welsh thing. Thomas Crapper improved the plumbing and popularised it, but not invented. That was Sir John Harrington. What the fuck did Tom Shanks do with it then? Fanny Craddock is a nasty condition. Birds get it from standing too close to the... Jesus Christ. There's a lady who worked in a guitar shop called Gay. Awesome shop, awesome people. Yeah, Gay. Gay is a woman's name. Yeah, I've heard that in the UK. We say coot or cootya. For what? A growler. Why did you just type growler in my chat? You may as well have just put fucking hairy lasso. Ed Gein had a fanny pack. Oh, dear God. Yes, he may have. Where is this stream gone, guys? What? We have gone from the Kurt Cobain stuff. But first of all, there was music. There was a lot about music and discussing late 90s and early 2000s metal. Then we went into the Kurt Cobain stuff. Then we went into learning a little bit of Welsh. And now every name you can think of for a lady's front garden. Stop it. It's actually called a vulva, not a vag... I think the vulva's only part of it, isn't it? It's not the entire thing. The entire thing is like... Right, can you stop talking about it? Can you... It's not my gut mind. It was you lot. You started that. The bearded clam. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think we're going to end early today. I got blamed for derailing a stream last night over this poop. This time, I'm innocent. Put a one in the chat if we should blame Hart for this, since she's already got foam for it. What is with these streamers blaming the chat? We're innocent. You guys are worse than me. I don't know if I've had a negative impact on everyone's life. So I really struggled not to see y'all's life then. I've been hanging around with American people far too long. Laura Lee, thank you for the £2. This is classic learning with Beardo. Vertical. Oh, fuck. No. No, no, no. I thought we were doing biology with Beardo. No, we are not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 versus 2, yeah? Heart. 8 versus 2. Now, Hart, could you please apologise to my chat for turning it into this smut-filled, disgusting rudeness after such a serious discussion for most of the day? I think you do really owe my chat that. The thing is, I played so much Call of Duty with her, I can hear her voice ringing in my ear. Beardo! That same Beardo she let out when I threw her in a helicopter at the building and laughed. Or, Beardo, what? What? Beardo, what about snog? That sounds like something rude or... snog is just kissing someone. But with tongues, that's a snog. It's nothing that bad. A snog is just a really weird word for kissing somebody passionately. Fuck me. Who summoned Annalise? Smut. I'm summoned. Perfect. Thanks, guys. You know, best explore, mate. And with best explore... For an abandoned, there was a place called Hill House in North Wales that I did with Dandalf, Dean and Parple. That was one of the most impressive abandons I did. That was incredible. Snog is a minging word. Yeah, it's not very, like, I'm off for a snog. What the fuck? You did, Beardo. You said smut-filled. You did. You said her name. No, I didn't say her name. She missed it when I was trying to speak Dutch earlier. If I'm in doubt, I blame Beardo. Yes, but today we are blaming Heart Mode Horror. We are blaming Heart Mode Horror today for the smut-filled shenanigans of the chat. I want to take a moment and say, y'all saying I'm innocent, those are my peeps. I'm going to go stand by them now. Or all two of them. Did you do Colway House? I don't think so. We called it Hill House because we didn't want other people knowing where it... Loads of urbex. I mean, we were ghost hunting and they when urbexers turned up. They were cool. We left them alone for a couple of hours before we went back to film the rest of our investigation so they could have some time. I'm currently offended. I want a full letter of apology and I'm currently crying. Look at poor innocent Coombsy's eyes and ears, guys. He has heard so many words for lady parts. You've upset him. Heart Mode Horror. You have spoken to me on previous occasions about how much you respect me in this community. Coombsy, I'll buy you a sock. That'll shut you up. Heart, you're forgiven for that. The kids don't snog anymore. They lips. Is that what they call it? Lips. Kids are fucking weird. Snog, it's not a kiss. Never heard it in reference to a food before. What? Really laying it on? No, you're forgiven now. You're forgiven after offering Coombsy a sock. No, she didn't offer you socks. She offered you a sock. There is a difference. You should know. Coombsy is a free elf. Yeah, you'd be happy. You can come out from under the stairs. I won't even make you clean under the desk, Coombsy. It'll be fine. There was one time I stole Beardo's. One time. Foof, not foot. I mean, it can be. Paul, we have just got the chat back on. You guys, you're fucking killing me today. Yes, Coombsy, you're free for the day. Call it day release or something. Worth asking, and it was a long shot. Huh? Sealed with a loving Norwich. I think Norwich. What? Just don't free the. Oh no. Well, Beardo's sock was too small for Coombsy. Have you seen the size of me compared to Coombsy? Coombsy could pass himself off as my son. Chat's not going back now. It is. So, how about females named Fanny? It's cruel. Back in the day, it meant something different. It don't matter. But now, yeah, if you call a kid Fanny in 2026, I'm sorry, but you should have child protection called on you. Proving Demons is in Holland. I don't think he is. Last I heard, he was back in the UK. I'm not getting into a discussion about Proving Demons. He's got enough shit going on in his life. I'm not. I wouldn't dogpile somebody no matter what I think of them. Coombsy is your son. No, you could just. Coombsy's only a few years younger than me, but I could pass him off as my son, I said. Because he's so small. Happy Dev, good afternoon. Please, help. There was an American race car driver named Dick Trickle. There's no fucking way is that true. No way is that true. Oh, I'm scared to put this into Google. Rest in peace, Dick Trickle. No wonder he was so fucking fast being called that. Holy shit, he spent half his life fucking running from people. Oh, I shouldn't make a joke. He's passed away. I'm very sorry. Oh. Who the fuck called their kid that? Oh. Who did that to their son? What do you want to call him, love? Well, it came out of my dick. Dick Trickle. So he started this life, that's what he's going to go through his life. Dick Trickle. Oh. He was from Wisconsin Rapids in the United States, and he was an American race car driver who raced for decades. You knew a Richard Dick. That was his first and last name. I've got a mate called Richard Wood, and he's a doctor. Dr. Dick Wood. Anytime you go out, we'd be like, he's a doctor. Dr. Dick Wood. And people would be like, what the fuck? And yeah, Fanny Schmeller still wins. Yep, Fanny Schmeller is a real name. What was she an ice skating champion or something, Coombsy? There's a TV show called The Chase, and if you look up Fanny Schmeller, watch the TV game show host absolutely buckle. He buckles him for like a quarter of the episode because of somebody's name being Fanny Schmeller. My question would be, does he have kids, and are they damaged by the... Oh my god. What did he name his kids? I've got to look now. Dick Leroy Trickle. I'm going to hell. I am going to hell. He didn't have kids. Thank fuck. Or at least not as it says on you. Married his wife Darlene Trickle. And his nephew Chris Trickle. He didn't have kids. Oh dear. There was a baseball player called Rusty. No fucking way. That's not. Rusty. I know Ronald McDonald, Penny Farthing Summerwood. Oh my god, I saw a handyman van with a name called Jobby Man. I could get mistaken if he's in a lay-by. This man's name is Rusty. I want a signed card from Rusty. It'd be funny if I had a name called Tesca. Historical figure composer VG Backfart. Oh. Right, our surname is Trickle, or our surname is the C-Bomb. Let's make sure that we don't name our child Richard or any variation of, because he will be called Dick Trickle, and certainly don't call the guy with the C-Bomb for a last name Rusty, Gaping, or Smash. Actually, they should have called him Smash. What's the name? Smash. Smash what? Smash. Oh, Slick, thank you for the £2. Look at Mr. Perv's 5th grade. I don't think I want to. Oh, fucking hell. Oh. Perv's 5th grade class. Wait, this is real? These are the most unfortunate names ever. Right. Right, from Samsung to Mr. Perv and PN. Oh my fucking, no way. Sometimes a name can make perfect sense in theory, but then when you say it out loud, it just doesn't work. And some people have boring names such as Jones and Smith. There are plenty of others with little or more imagination. I mean, my cousin's real name is Crystal Button, and she couldn't work out why the fuck I laughed for an entire life. From Samsung pianist Dick Long. Bored Panda rounded up some of the most unfortunate names ever. You'll never be critical of your own name again. You ain't met Rusty or Dick Trickle. P. Ennis. That poor guy. Dick Long? What a guy. Chris P. Bacon. I used to game with a guy called Chris P. Bacon. My god! That can't be fucking real. Oh. Oh, that can't be real. Oh. 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 It's real, but he prefers Michael. I bet he fucking does. What's your name? Michael! That's sad, man. These are all real, I've checked. Paul Tucock, gay rights charity. I just fucking started. No, get it off. Go away. Oh. 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 Mrs. Wiener and Mrs. Butt. Oh, Mr. Perv. That... I don't want to cast aspersions. Hitler Mussolini. A fucking poor guy. Oh, please be the end of that. Oh my god. No. 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 Oh, hello, Miss Bobs. I suggest you rewind this stream back about 15 minutes because we went fucking hella off the rails. And it's all Heart's fault. I can't see. I work with a Michael Hunt at Safeway with a Chinese boss who would always say his name, Mike, in his thick accent. I'm sorry, Hart, but the chat voted. The chat voted. I mean, I can run a poll if you want. It'll make you feel better. Maybe more will come to your defense. I'm hoping they don't. I'm gonna make so many shorts off this. We're gonna have a video about me laughing my ass off at Mr. Perv's 5th grade. We're gonna have a video. Ooh, I'm gonna break this stream into so many parts. Phil McCracken. Yeah, I know Phil McCracken. Here's my apology letter. It is what it is. Roll with it. There you go, guys. You can all blame. You've already got 81% of the votes. I'm fucking voting. I can't vote on my own thing. Please. It won't let me vote on my own poll. Well, let me vote. You're still 77% in the win for being blamed for all of this. Oh yeah, we'll do the Oasis rant. We'll do the Mr. Perv's 5th grade when I nearly fucking brought up a lung. I'm sure there was a Dick Trickle. Oh, yeah, we are making shorts out of these. Ewan McGregor's brother is in the RAF and his name is Obi-2. Jesus Christ. Partner said in school, pat me cock. I remember a girl in school called Amy Hiscock. And she got a lot of stick. Not that. Not, not that. Oh, the meme is already done. Serious. Right, let's open up my Discord. Because the memes are going on Facebook. Mike Litterus? Is there a Mike Litterus here? I fucking snorted again. You're all banned. Oh. I did work with a guy. I didn't know. I kind of worked with him. I was working in the same building as him. I was doing security, and one of the first things I had on the job, I was told, hey, when the guys ring up for you to get tannoy announcements put out for people to go wherever, be careful because they'll stitch you up and the managers will complain. Alright, cool. And I get this phone call. Can you call Kerry Meacock to the 10-ton press? And I went, are you having a laugh? This guy went, no. Kerry Meacock to the 10-ton press. And I went, Kerry Meacock, carry my cock and fuck off. And I put the phone down. 10 minutes later, this guy turns up at the security office. He's like, I've got to take the pool car out. I was like, yeah, right, what's the name? Kerry Meacock. What? You got to go to the 10-ton press. I hung up on a plant manager. Carry my cock, fuck off. Oh, that biggest dickers, that was hilarious. The two guys who were playing him, they were told not to laugh, no matter what was said. I'm watching them try not to laugh. I've a lob on. I don't think that was a real Simpsons joke. Alexis, I don't think that was a real Simpsons joke. Whew. Oh my god, I think I've sweated through my fucking hoodie. I've laughed so hard, I'm damp. Oh. The ID thing for Discord. Apparently you've got to use facial recognition to get in Discord soon. Is that right? Because Discord's going to die fast if they do that. Real fast. My Australian cousin is holding 2 dicks. And the Russian au pair he married them was called Ivana Reach Around. Oh, fuck off. There is no way is that real. No way. Beardo, there's one called Faye Hooker. Why is my chat faster on that one? Oh, you might be... I'm sweating my tits off. I don't know if I've got a mod yet to grab you the Discord link. Annalise, if you are still lurking, can you grab a Discord link, please? No, you don't. You just need the ID to be able to access 18 plus servers. Ah. See? False news, guys. I did see something about it last night. I was like, that's my Discord server dead. We got all sides of Beardo this week. Yesterday, angry rage. Today, hysteria. I mean, I've gone through a few rages of today, you know. This morning, there was angry but calculated and direct aim Beardo. This afternoon, there was moderately sad Beardo, because, you know, Kurt Cobain and, you know, raking over old traumas and shit in regards to that, to I am crying laughing, my lung is about to just exit my body via my mouth. Ooh. Yes, Miss Bobs, we have gone through all of the emotions today. Ah, the memories of Kurt Cobain. This day is a mournful, sorrowful day. Dick Trickle. Ah, you don't need ID. It asks you to put your cam on and pull faces to say I can see you're 18 plus. Already done my verification. Oh. You think Bad the Bone is going to respond? I think she will, only because the screenshots, because she kept changing shit, were all out of order. And obviously I wanted to do the original where she just flat out throwing accusations about. I think she'll respond. Basically, all accounts without ID will be teen accounts, and they can do the same things except access as 18 plus servers and messages go into a separate inbox. Hey. I don't... 18 plus servers? There's nothing... You can't do anything like that on Discord anyway, can you? I mean... I think the only people in my Discord server under 18 is OR. I don't think Cassidy's in there. She looks on her mum's account. You should check out Yannick Bertrand Shalom. He yelped. You fucking what? Most of the UK have done the Discord ID last time they asked. Did I do it? Was I drunk that day? I don't drink anymore, but was I drunk that day? Right. Heart Mode Horror. You are fully responsible with the 79% of the votes. 79% of the votes. You derailed this chat today with a whopping 79%. There were 21% of 82 votes that supported you. And I'm pretty sure you brought Garin to do one of them, right? Screenshot that, Heart. Be proud of yourself. If your YouTube are doing a paywall, they've already got a paywall, really. If you don't want adverts, you've got to pay for premium. So, everywhere's pushing monetization. You're not going to be able to avoid it. We've got away with YouTube ads on live streams for quite some time. I don't monetize my live streams till after the fact. I am fucking not monetizing today's stream. If the Kurt Cobain stuff don't get me, Dick Trickle will. Can we get back to basics? It's my second channel. The second channel is not the same as the first channel. The main channel is... even the live streams there are not specifically paranormal. We cover the paranormal. This channel... it's my way of having fun. This second channel is just whatever the hell we want to do. PNC made us laugh, it's fine. I think, do you know what? PNC did actually start. No, he didn't. It was Hart. PNC was an enabler. Justice for Hart. Don't make me remove your comments, Paul. The messed up Discord says you go looking. I've seen videos on... oh, right. I thought Discord was pretty safe, you know? Customer is not in the Discord. You have to be 16 plus to get the Discord app. I do show her something. Yeah, I thought as much. You're a responsible parent, obviously. I thought as much. Because obviously you've passed messages on from her. Oh. Right, what are we? 20 to 6. I have heard my wife go across the landing about 10 minutes ago, so she's probably out of the shower and getting ready for work. So I am going to call the stream there. Go spend some time with my wife before she goes to work. Paul, I will remove your message if you try to get justice for Heart Mode Horror. We are blaming Heart for today's mess of a stream. Tomorrow, when things go inevitably wrong, we're going to blame another random person in the chat. I don't know who, but we will find somebody and we will blame them. We will take a vote on it, and if they get the blame, they get the blame. Oh, in Finland, I can now hype. Let's go. Honestly, this has been good fun. Thank you for this. It's made my day. Rude. Hey, listen. I came to entertain. Only 2 people seem to have an issue with being entertained. Everyone else has laughed their fucking ass off. That's what we're here to do. I hope everybody feels a little bit happier at the end of this stream than they did at the beginning of the stream. You guys are absolutely insane, all of you. I am glad we are all on the same level. We're all as fucked up as each other. I appreciate all of you. Oh, happy birthday, you little bastard. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a rock. Can I get a rock? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get her off a bit. Don't live his life with those tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself.
Hey, show my camera, damn it. What do you call a 4-chin... oh, I fucked that up. How do celebrities say cool? In fact, that one up. How do celebrities stay cool? They have many fans. You will like it. You will like it. And the original one was, what do you call a pudgy psychic? A four-chin teller. Four-chin teller. Do not want to see tomatoes in my chat. Mike's Mysteries, your band. Carol, Ghost, Richard, Band. Heart mode, do not throw them at me, it's rude.